Fable is ahead of me by
Much
one.
like everything else Raz does in life, he is superior. For the things that matter, anyway. Apparently, it's not those first few rolls.
Queuing up the gnome punt spell, BRB.
One's for the game.
It will be spectacular. I detonate. Only one time, but...
So, I was trying to think of a song for you when we were listing all the songs for the characters, and I was caught between Weird Al's Like a Surgeon and Bon Jovi's Bad Medicine.
Surgeon. Surgeon.
Like a chirurgeon.
Surgeon.
I think bots is rigged. We all rolled below average except bio.
Alright, got them all copied.
Funny thing is, most of these are probably going to be perception checks, so even though the good rolls are still going to be bad results.
Well, whatever we use the first one for, I'm sure to fail it.
That'll be your first death save.
Nice.
Alright, everyone on your character sheets, go ahead and make sure you have 1 hero point.
I do.
That won't
Indeedy.
save us.
I do.
Saved me that one time.
I have 3 ones, so I can only mitigate one of them. And Naughty out here with a 181. Ooh.
And
I know
then,
it's like no ones, no 20s.
No, you have a 1 in there in between the 16 and the 9.
and then Naughty, Fable, and Sun can add a second hero point for your videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what video I sent, but I'll take it.
You actually put 2 on, but
Oh, so
You
I get
had
3 hero points then.
no.
Just can't wait to be king. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And I did I'm blue, dabba dee ba dabba da.
I thought it'd be funny just like imagining Kruger sing I just can't wait to be king.
Pathfinder the musical.
I mean, there's a War of the Worlds musicals on mine as well.
Let's bring that regular.
Alright. And we will pick up right where we left off in chat with Galgrim and Bernie in jail. Valis on the ground in his room on the floor with Raz tending to him. Kruger on his hands and knees reaching under the bed, intimidating the gnoll. I'm assuming, I believe Zakara's in the room somewhere.
Yes.
And Glizzik pretty much is just walking in after having moved the pieces in the game so he could cheat and win.
That's right.
That's a good general right there.
Valis kind of replied about when he was asked how he was doing. So we will kind of pick it up there. If you scroll back up in chat, you'll see what he said. Because that was the last thing anyone did. So take it away.
Hold on, I'm reading.
Yep.
Yeah, last thing Kruger said was seeing if anybody else had questions for Nanul.
Yeah, and then I asked the questions, which he answered very dodgily.
How's that dodgily?
It's dodgily. Trying to get a straight answer out of Nanul's like trying to get a straight answer out of a 20-year-old girl.
In a sorority.
Leave Sun out of this.
So
Is hers? Wait,
this
this is where the is her sorority Mew Mew Mew?
isn't
That's
this
naughty.
I'll take that hero point away.
-1.
this isn't the same inn that we fought all the vampires spawn in that people got kidnapped
Oh, of
from,
course
right?
it is. Yep.
Okay. For some reason I thought we were at a different inn.
Nope. It's the Silver Lion. It's where you guys have been staying because no one has said anything about changing rooms or even staying at the chapter house.
It's still being constructimacated last we heard.
Well, that was during downtime, but it's been done. You guys were too busy crawling around some catacombs.
I don't believe you. Last I heard they were still moving stuff in.
Although, to be honest, that was actually just like this morning, so.
Does he seem off in any other sense? Physically he seems fine, right?
I mean, he looks pretty normal.
Any minor concussion?
No.
Oh,
Cold
well,
to
we
the
could
top.
probably fix that.
Talking about Nanul or Valis? Yep.
Probably needs some castor oil.
So you don't remember anything else then, Valis?
Just that.
So nothing about leaving your room and evidently being strong-armed by Kruger?
Nope, just kind of came to on the floor.
Just kind of camped on the floor.
I said I came to on the floor.
Nope, I'm going with camped out on the floor. That's where you ended up. Well, I ain't the kind of person that can read people with a good old perception, so if he seems fine physically, then, I'm done with him. I'll stop poking and prodding him, testing reflexes. Light in the
How
eye.
am I feeling? Sorry again.
You're feeling fine.
Just the creepy dream about wanting to go back under a place full of vampires by yourself.
Hey, so what'd I miss as I come to the doorway? Just taking in the room.
Apparently, I sleepwalk.
I snore too. I don't mind.
There might be a bit more to it than that, but at the moment, Valis is fine. You apparently tried to leave, go somewhere, and Kruger stopped him from leaving because he was not himself or something of the sort. I showed up only a bit before you.
Could be worse. Could
So I
have
think we
one that
showed up.
could-
I think we showed up after Kruger had his little spat. That's what drew our attention.
It could be worse. I mean, you could have had one of them big shadow things, hovering over your bed with the red eyes or whatever again.
Well, according to Nanua, it was that case. So, if I had to take some sort of wild stab in the dark, something's trying to isolate Valis away from everyone else. I wouldn't imagine that any of us would be exempt from it. We did likely hit quite a hornet's nest down there.
What? Valis, I thought that was your dude that wanted to show you power or whatever, right? You said. What did he say to you? Do you remember? This was a while ago. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
That was public
you're gonna have to
knowledge.
give me a sec there.
This
In
was
game, that's only like 4 days ago.
right, but if this was like, hey, we came back to the town from the island, and then while we were sleeping in bed, you had a thing hovering over your bed that I saw with glowing red eyes, and I don't know if it went into him that time, but he said that he was
It did
choosing
not.
power or something like that. Like it was trying to tell him where to go. like a come join me and I'll teach you type thing.
I actually don't remember if that's been brought up before.
I just knew because Glizik was in the room when it happened.
Yeah, I know you.
Correct.
This is my first time talking about it, though.
I don't think it's been brought up before. It's mostly just between Glizik and Valis.
I think I may
Till
have
now.
hinted at like a sneaky bastard way, but I don't remember. Like, hey, can we go into the city and artifacts or some shit like that? I don't remember though.
For some reason, I really have a hard on for dirt in my bed now.
I've got a job to.
There could be cool shit under there.
Fuck yeah, jar dirt. So this has happened before, Wizik.
What has? I didn't touch nothing. Your game's fine. It's in the other.
The shadowy thing over Valis.
Well, I only saw it the once.
Only when I was conscious though.
According to the Newell, that's what he saw hovering over Valis before he tried to leave and ran into Kruga.
Why didn't you say anything?
To who? Newell?
Yeah, I'm talking to Noel. Why didn't you say anything to anybody or
Just
warn
need like
somebody?
a puppet next to you on your camera so we know when you're talking to Newell.
Except a little bit. It's
Just
all
put a
right. It's all
sock
right.
on your
It's all right.
hand.
Just the
Sight.
googly eyes on it. It's all right. It's all right.
It gets beat up.
And
I
I put it
expect
up.
you to take a bat to that hand.
The Knoll doesn't say nothing. You know he's under the bed though, and Kruger's like, not being nice to him.
I don't think Kruga and nice rarely go in the same sentence without it being not nice.
It's like nice punch.
And the only other thing, he seems fine physically and seems to have snapped out of it. This is probably something we should address at some point, if it's even something worth addressing. The only other thing I could really do at the moment is detonate a ghost charge in his mouth, but I don't think that would really help. He seems fine.
Yeah, I don't like the words detonate in my mouth.
Oh, you'll be
Or
fine.
charge.
You should avoid the whorehouse then.
Technically, Valis should be fine. He wouldn't take any damage if he wasn't undead. Or at the very least harmed by positive damage.
That's what they all say before they turn to a lich.
It's all fine and dandy until they're actually a lich. Well, not really much else I can really contribute here. I've asked my questions, I've done my check, he seems fine, and apparently this has happened before, but who else is in here? Basically everyone except Galgrim, who's taking a vacation, right?
Yep. And Bernie's with him too.
Oh yeah, you could just throw him in his, like, cuff pocket or something, right?
If he had that spell prepared,
Bet you he's gonna have it prepared from now on. What?
I bet he won't.
Are you worried about the smoke thing?
Worried about the possession aspect of it?
Hmm.
That too. Okay.
Although it did hint at more power, so.
What is the purpose of power if you do not control yourself? When you are not in control, you are powerless, is the opposite of that which you seek.
Are they in?
I can't
Thank
tell if
you.
you're talking or whatnot.
I'm reading. I'm reading.
Okay.
Kruger being all philosophical.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'll kind of like at that point I'll get up from where I was like staring down the Newell, and I will kind of like look like around the room and say, well, back to the reason I'm here. Valis, come with me. We need to have a drink.
Oh. What'd I do?
I'll just walk out of the room.
I moved to let him out.
One puppet master
fills
for
the-
another.
He fills the doorway.
I'll look over to Glizik. Back to the game?
Well, I'm not going to turn down free beer.
Yeah, sure. I'm suddenly feeling lucky.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, they want to have their chat, we can go back to the game. Is there any opportunity to see that something was messed up with, either with like perception or perhaps warfare lore?
You may roll me. You and Zakara both may roll me a perception.
Hmm.
Can I counter it with performance or something?
No.
Distraction song.
Sleight of hand.
You want it secret?
No, I don't need to.
Almost an 18
You did
down
it.
to a 4.
No, you guys don't notice nothing. Everything
Suddenly,
looks like you left it.
look, Raz stars. Glizik just became much more competent in this game, apparently. Continue.
Stealth
Raz,
100.
Raz looks. It's like, oh, it's like I didn't see what what Glizik was sitting up before, but now I see his genius.
Now I see his genius. Playing on like the ages 4 and up version where it's basically just checkers.
I'm sorry, that's an amazing chess joke in chat. Insert gobby fish.
All right, Kruger, you go downstairs. Valis follows you. The other three go back to their room and pick the game up.
When we get like down, like I'll grab a table where it's just us, and I'll kind of hold up like 2 fingers toward a waitress or whatever to get some drinks.
Okay.
Once we get seated, I'm gonna start talking to Valis in Orcish, because I recall that he speaks that. Yes.
Yep.
I need your help with something. And being as you are a shaman, I feel like, or a witch doctor rather, you would be particularly suited to this task.
What's going on?
Before I say anything else, I want to look around and see if I see Glizik or Nanul.
No.
Just need to do claws coming up over a chair with just the head.
Snowball. He is now a snowball.
you see little flurries.
I need you to figure out how to kill or get rid of a demon.
The familiar? I take it?
Yes.
He's,
Glizik.
he's talking about the snake.
He's talking about the bear. What do you mean?
Glizik has confided in me that it makes him do things that he does not wish to do, much like this shadow of yours that you are running into. And I gave him my word that I would rid him of this problem. Seeing as how magic is not my forte, and they are inherently magical things, I need to figure out how to get rid of it permanently, at least from Glizik.
As I already intended to research into it. See if there's a way to make it more friendly, so to say.
Naughty,
More-
was there conversation in chat? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
And-
you, Ishi.
I don't want to use the word enslave with Krug.
Why? He doesn't have PTS smack.
Okay, yeah. I was just trying to find where in the chat, like we had discussed it. Well, all I know is he specifically called it his demon. Uh, bu- 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 I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay, yeah.
Outside the jail conversation.
Yeah, I found it. I do not want it enslaved. I want it killed. That is the bond that I made with Glizik, and I am an orc of my word.
And once I get rid of it, I could teach him some of my magic. So
I will leave that between you two, but this is what I have tasked you with, and if you need the assistance of the others, feel free to get them involved. I just figured you would be a good place to start.
first, we need to find out what is it.
As I said, he called it a demon. I don't know if he meant literally or just because of the way it controls him. But that is all that I know and all that he has given me. Is this something you can do?
I definitely intend to look into it.
I will speak with the others and have them look into it in their various ways as well. I'm sure that even in his current state, Galgum would probably be happy to be rid of the Cold One. About what time is it now, Zargan?
It's probably like 9 p.m., maybe like 10.
Okay. Kruger won't say like much else unless you have any other questions, and he'll just sit here and drink until you leave, basically.
Can't drink alone. I see what you're doing here.
The awkward moment when neither one wants to leave.
It's not an awkward moment for Kruger. He's used to just dropping conversations and then letting everyone sit in silence. Yeah, but like I said, that's all I have at the moment.
All right. If no one has anything else, I'm going to declare the winner of the game and we will pass the night.
Who won?
Surprisingly, especially
That's me.
you, Raz, Glizik just came out of nowhere and like wiped the table with you.
And I also won the game.
They were playing. I was observing.
Wow. Okay. Whoever.
That's how good it was. I beat both of you, and you weren't even playing.
Yep.
The only way to win is to not play. Not when Glizik plays.
You're in the room. You're in the game.
Not bad, Glizik. Perhaps tomorrow we can accelerate the rules here. Maybe bump you up to 10 and older.
Sure. I'm 10.
I'm 10.
Still don't really understand this game.
It's a matter of familiarity. Once you get it, you might understand it better, but until then,
When does the gold come in?
perhaps when you win your first game. Otherwise, I think
Yeah.
you might be in the hole.
The one on the right, same as the sink. from inside the bathtub. Yes. If you're in the tub looking at the faucet and stuff,
And
the right
that
one's cold,
aside,
left one's
little
hot, just like on a sink.
exercise might be helpful one day. If Kruger
Just
has
like your
such
faucet,
grand
just like the sink
ambitions
in
that
your
will
in your
require
bathroom.
soldiers to be moved across the land, well, it's much like a board game. Even the occasional surprise can come up in a typical game. Things to be simulated. But, another day. I need to begin making preparations, especially since we seem to be hounded by something at the moment. That's woof
Ow.
woof. I'm going to get a particular loadout ready for tomorrow. Beyond that, I've got nothing else. Just an evening game. I believe Kruger is likely still downstairs. He always is. I'm not sure if Valis is still with him.
Better hope so.
It's to awkward silence drinking.
With that, if they're done, I'll just leave the game out for the moment. But I'm gonna start getting stuff ready for the next day's daily preps that I need to look at.
All right. If no one has anything else, we will pass the night. You all go to your rooms, enjoy a nice night, sleep in your bed. You've had a hard day of trudging through some sewers, killing some thugs, killing some vampires, watching the dwarf and the goblin go at it,
A
beating
long,
up
productive day.
on the human,
This is basically a long day of work with some
and
entertainment at
night
the end.
passes. Spells should be able to be reset. Or, your slots should be available to prepare them.
A second, something didn't get added to my sheet when I grabbed my last things.
Why do you have a blight bomb on you?
Why do I?
Yes, Raz.
Probably because I gave him a blight bomb at some point.
No, you put the effects on him.
Because we
Oh,
were
I
hitting
think we were
each other with,
fucking around, yeah.
yeah, we were hitting each other with shit.
Can't take us anywhere at night.
This is how fantasy COVID started, just throwing bottles of poison around.
I believe it.
Don't eat the grain.
See now that ends.
We go there and remove some conditions. What's wrong with your sheet there, Kruger?
I'm missing the attack from my Clinging Shadows Initiate stance. Or Clinging Shadows stance, yeah.
The key spell, you mean?
I'm less worried about the key spell because I can just up the amount of. Oh, that's the other thing. I don't have my increased focus point.
Well, why didn't you add it?
I don't think I can. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Okay, I just added my key point.
I'm not gonna fix that now, but
And before he uses it tonight.
no, he'll just have to remember what it is.
Yeah. I just figure while other people were preparing their stuff, I could let you know so we could at least get it on the books.
Yep. All right, let me know when you guys are ready. I
Waiting
see
for
the dwarf
archives
is
and
ready. The
trying to
human
bring
is
up
ready.
something on archives and Nethys, but it's taking a little bit. Okay. I think this is good. Let me just count.
1,
4.
12. Done.
Wrong. The answer's 13.
Damn it.
There is no level 13. What do you mean? I think Raz doesn't have spells too. I mean, geez.
Okay. I think I'm good here. Send it to you.
Yep.
Ah, no spacing.
I'm used
My
to it.
staff
Welcome to
charges is
Discord, fuckboy.
equal to my casting level, so I can do 4th level spells. So I get 4 charges in the staff. Is that how it works?
Correct.
Blah. Accidentally hit enter too soon.
Focus should be
1,
0 of 2
2,
because
3,
that's how many
4,
you've used.
5,
Okay, cool.
6, 7, 8.
Oops. I see one typo.
Yeah, you don't. I see a couple.
What? Where? I only saw the one.
Okay, maybe just one. Okay. Although you have 3 spare reagents, although you have used 0 of 4.
I just fixed that. That's the one I saw.
Oh.
Don't worry, you'll get him next time.
All right, go ahead and tell people what they have, if anything.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
Not
in
true.
town.
The snake has one.
Snake has one.
Hounds
Carries
can be
around his
attacked,
mouth.
sir.
All right. You guys sleep your 10 hours. You guys sleep your 8-10 hours. Everyone gets a good night rest. Everyone gets their new spells prepped. For being in jail, Galgrim, the cell's not that bad. I mean, you've been in worse places. I mean, it's not like super comfy,
He's a dwarf.
but you're a druid, so you're used to kind of being in not super comfy situations.
Yeah.
You can make it comfy for yourself. You have a big, huge body pillow.
You're a dwarf surrounded by stone and metal. You'll be fine.
Oh,
That's like number 1 on Dwarf Hub.
All right, you guys all get up and meander your way downstairs for some breakfast. Galgrim, you get a bowl of gruel for breakfast. Looks kind of maybe oatmeal. You're not really sure.
The real question is it better than Glizik's cooking?
That
Good
depends.
Tony.
So you guys eat your meals kind of in silence, I'm assuming?
Are we all there besides Galgrim?
Yes.
I will. I'll do one thing over breakfast. I'm gonna hand out all of the anti-plagues and anti-venoms for the day. They're basically just vitamin supplements. No actions.
I did have something to talk about, although maybe not in the tavern here. After breakfast?
Supposedly, we've got a place more or less ready, or maybe not ready. Whatever the place is. Other than that, we do have a place to go.
Would be nicer than sleeping in vampires are us in the end.
I will actually give while we're here at breakfast, I will, other than the supplement stuff, which I'm gonna buff everyone with when I get to it on here. I will give Zakara one of the dark vision elixirs. Yeah, I've done a recent improvement on this one. You can take it now. It should last 24 hours.
One of them?
Just one. I'll take the other one.
Wow, that's impressive. Um,
You can thank our
It makes
vampire.
you bigger.
You can thank the vampire benefactors. Many new tinctures and whatnot can be found with just a pinch of vampire dust and maybe an eyeball or two here and there.
Self, don't ask what's in
It's
Ratz's
it's
potions.
funny. So many things several of you have changes from the level 8 that no one knows about. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, shit. Kruga, before you guys continue,
I cordially invited.
I need to give you a couple handouts.
Yay, I get handouts. Just what every
This-
growing orc needs.
Handouts.
This came to you as you were sleeping.
Oh no.
I've been invited to the Dark Brotherhood.
Go kill Gretel the Kind.
Big green cloud coming in at you. Peachy says hi.
Hello.
I want my food.
Glizzic hasn't made it yet. Those are in
So many
opposite
hands out.
order. If you read the first one I gave you, the memory one,
Mm-hmm.
it has links to the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
back to your discussion. Kruger looks a little weary, like he didn't sleep very well.
Well, of course not. He passed out on the table down here.
Alcohol
he
must be
didn't.
catching up with him.
Once Valis was done with after like one drink, Valis went upstairs and Kruger reluctantly had to go with them.
I went upstairs into the room and started drinking because someone else is there watching me in their sleep.
Mm-hmm. I'll throw your
Thanks,
ass
Sakara. I
back. I'll
appreciate
throw
it.
your ass back in jail.
Yeah, then he can prison Shank Galgrim.
I would tell you how long that next jail cell stay would be, but you burnt your edict, so you don't know.
You're drinking that right now, Zakara?
Oh, this is a very generous offer, but I think you should save it for someone else.
No, in particular, I think we're the only two who weren't able to really see in the dark.
What about the human?
Well, what about the human?
I have echolocation. I'm fine.
He just goes
Oh,
down the cave going, ah.
You're a fucking bat. You're a druid too?
Well, he's becoming a vampire, right?
No, lich. Get it right.
Well, they come with
I'm
dark
a
vision too.
vampire lich.
Well,
There's
as of
A vitch?
Yeah.
He's a vitch.
No, that's Glizzic.
lately, my eyesight has been getting better. Must be all the practice.
All the
Take off
carrots in your
glasses.
diet.
God damn it, you beat me to it, you little shit.
Suit yourself. Well, then as a backup, since Valis is usually the, no offense, usually slower than the rest of us and we have lights up, would you prefer this instead then, Valis?
What's going on? I peek over the book.
Dark vision elixir. Should last the day.
Yeah, sure.
Is it a day or 24
Thank you.
hours?
24 hours.
All right.
So if he drinks it right now, I'll give the buff, but otherwise I'm drinking mine.
All right, go ahead and drink yours and buff yourself, Raz. You drinking it, Valis?
When we actually need it, I will. Unless it takes like an hour to kick in or something.
Well,
No.
it lasts 24 hours.
It's so thick it takes a full turn to drink.
It's you're right. It's a greater dark vision elixir, so it'll last 24.
But if you wait till you need it, you're going to have to take it out. That's an action. You have to drink it. That's an action. You're going to spend a whole round drinking it just so you can see.
Welcome to the
Hey, I'll
wonderful.
check it now then.
Welcome to the wonderful life of an alchemist.
Haha, I convinced him to drink your poison. Let's see how
Aha.
well it works.
No,
Let's
he's
see,
fusing me with a dog.
Arsenic is a 10-minute set on. All right, then one for you two.
Tastes kind of
Man.
dark. Tastes kind of, which is funny how do I describe it? Dark and musty, a little bit of mold. You don't really notice anything at first, and then slowly, for those around the table, a slight red like glimmer around their eyes now. Not like a glowing like Valis was last night, supposedly, or like some undead have, but just a slight little glow around the edges of their eyes.
They're both about to hit the ground.
Flurry of
Reflect
blows,
light.
one on each.
I got one hand for each of y'all fuckers.
Not that freaking like teach people how light reflects on freaking eyes, but it's dark vision. It's probably closer to infra.
Yeah. But it's better than infravision because it sees everything, not just heat.
Yeah, take that, Drow. Wait.
All right. Anything else during breakfast? Galgrim,
looks-
do you eat your runny porridge?
Yeah.
You participate in society, you lose your class.
It's not very good, but you've had worse. Reminds you of some
I've
of the
had
cooking.
Blizzard's cooking, so
Some of the cooking Glizzy did back on the island.
Yeah.
All right. I noticed everybody
Hey,
still
we
has.
live.
I still notice everyone still has the save 2 fortitude and disease.
Yeah, that's from your
Um,
daily dose of free potions.
Okay. Do you need me to like put that on them again?
Nope.
Okay.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't remove it.
Knew I'd get him eventually.
No, once you've had it for a little while, it's once you're used to doing it all the time, I'm not gonna make you keep on doing it. But when you get new shit, I'll make you do it a couple times.
Is there... How do I pull up the map of Hildford?
You gotta go to
We don't have a map
images.
for
Homages. Okay. So...
Yep.
So the Flint River is the river that flows north out of...
Correct. Out of the city.
Okay.
Well, it flows into the city is what it does. It flows down.
Oh, yeah,
the
I mean,
mountains
that
to the
makes more
north.
sense.
Yeah.
Flows.
Pushing salt water inland. Something we didn't know this entire time.
I mean, if you pull out Raz's regional map, the Flint River comes down from the Catrell Mountains up to the north through the Flint Hills, down through the Gray Forest, all the way down to Hildford Lake, and then down the waterfalls into the Bay of Hope.
I just wonder, Fable, how far below sea level we are that the ocean is coming down towards us. And is that a bad thing? Should we be
the
living in?
Yeah,
Netherlands.
how is the ocean not here right now?
I said you were swimming tonight.
One little wooden dock. It's a little sluice gate. Keep it.
Let the dog out
This
real
city
quick.
was established by the Dutch.
No, this city's up on hills. Up on
Just
cliffs.
plug Nanool into the hole of the dike. The water's melting up. It's coming through.
Yes, but he'll hold it for a
Just
minute,
as
and that's enough
planned.
time to get away.
About how long until Galgrim gets out of jail? Based upon my own experience.
Usually breakfast is served, then anytime after that.
Is the sentence a little short?
No. Mean. If you go under maps, Kruga,
If I go under maps...
under images, there's a maps folder. There's one map in there.
Go under maps?
Under images, there's 11 pages of stuff.
No, up at the
Take
top.
map and
If you
search.
if you do group, which is a group is just a folder.
Oh, all I get is all uncategorized, and then the core rules and the APG.
Well, it might be alphabetical. Then if it's overland map.
Oh yeah, I have that one already.
Yeah, the thing you just asked me is on that map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was more asking as far as the English is concerned, because I don't know, that last sentence kind of fucked with me a little bit. Is it supposed to be where it leaves the Grey Forest?
Probably.
Okay. About how long of a trek would that be from here?
Couple days.
Okay.
On foot at least.
I don't know, if no one's really like saying much during breakfast besides normal chit chat, I will get up and I will head to the jail where Galgrim is and wait for him to be released.
Okay.
He must be this tall to be released and have parental supervision.
What
What
do
are the
you
rest
think?
of you guys doing?
Well, Zakara wanted to have a conversation. I figured we'd take this this party to the chapter house when we were ready.
Oh, was she planning on waiting for Galgrim, or did I misunderstand that?
I hadn't specified. If Galgrim's getting out soon, then we can wait.
Go pick him up first.
It is not on the way at all, but so what?
It's not that big a town.
It is not.
We all need the cardio.
Well, you don't, Valis.
Carry me.
If you all wanted to check out the chapter house, and I can go to the jail and wait for Galgrim and bring him back there so we can have the discussion.
He'd probably be faster. He could just carry him, piggyback style. Him and the bear.
Oh,
I'm good
wow,
with either.
Valis. You have one of the lower cons in the party. I didn't realize that.
Good cardio is con based.
They
I know, and he has a decent con. Just everyone else has most people have a good con.
I literally said everyone else, then looked at my character sheet and said most people have one.
No, I'm looking at the party sheet, which has all of you on one sheet with all your stats.
Cheater.
Yep.
ported
I
and
could
telling
make
the
it-
DM.
I could make it available to the whole group, but that shows everybody's inventory and all that then too.
Everybody's cheating.
Yep, you're all a bunch of cheaters.
I'm just glad my hit points are all the way up to 48 now.
Whoa, whoa,
Because
whoa!
I keep forgetting.
Who gave you a
How squishy
level or
you
two?
are.
Who gave you a level, Glizzy?
You just got to weigh that with my archetype selection at when we hit 8th level, and it's amazing.
Oh, I know. All right.
Finally, the Glizzic has come back to the arena.
Kruger kind of scarfs down his food, gets up, says, "You guys decide to meet at the chapter house." He heads off. The rest of you kind of wait, take your time, eat your meal like a civilized person. Then you guys get up and head out toward the chapter house as well. Kruger, you walk over to the jail area. Just as you're getting there, the door opens and out comes a bear. And then Galgrim. He looks a little worse for wear, a little dirty, but he might have been that way when he went in there. You're not sure.
Covered in the blood of a goblin.
He's not the cleanest party member. That would be Zakara. She's always cleaning herself.
Stop licking yourself in public. It's weird.
Oh, hey, Kruger.
It's not illegal. They have returned all of your gear as well, Galgrim.
I trust they have taken care of you and the bear was with you the whole time.
There's a reason you didn't hear about prison break.
Or a death in prison.
I asked them and made sure before I left last night.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking to your word on that. Making sure that was taken care of.
The rest of the group has gone back to the chapter house, which seems to have been recently completed. Zakar has some information for us.
Yeah, okay.
Have you given any thought to my offer since last night?
Your offer of becoming your shaman?
One of my shaman, yes.
It's a poly shaman kind of guy.
Polyshamrous relationship.
Polyshammerous.
I'll be here until I can think of something funny.
My, yeah. I have two concerns with that at the moment. One, my druidic duties, tying myself down to a specific working for you,
Orc.
limits me. Assisting you, potentially, available as an option. Working directly for you limits my druidic duties severely. Secondly, I have issues with one of your other shaman. And I still don't know if I can work side by side with them.
Well, I'm assuming we're starting the walk to the chapter house at this point.
Yeah, I'm walking
Yeah.
with you.
Walking and talking.
Well, as far as the second is concerned, I'm not sure you have much choice. You have been branded the same way that I have you not?
Did not get branded into having to work with you guys. I can work for that organization and assist them in other areas.
And if they tell you you must work with us?
Then that'll be a conversation I have when I get to that point with them.
Though you are not my shaman at the moment, I do have something that I need help on.
Okay.
Need to kill Nanul.
I am totally down for that. Can I also kill Glizik while I'm at it?
No, that breaks your word as a part of our group.
Okay.
No one said
However,
you had to heal him.
however, Glizik has stated to me that Nanul has taken over control of him on occasion and asked me to kill it. He called it a demon,
Well, here, I'll make a deal with you.
and that is
I'll hold off on killing Glizik. And I'll help you refocus that energy into killing Nanul. And if that solves the issues that I'm having with Glizik, we're good. And I'll drop it, and I'll direct that blame onto Nanul. If that doesn't solve it, I'm resuming my my hatred towards Glizik.
Hatred of goblins. Typical dwarf.
I mean, he
Is that
a
a fair
dwarf.
deal? It at least temporarily aligns me with you and the party for the common goal of removing Glizik or Nanul. Nanul. That was a mystic slip, not a Galgrim slip.
Stealth
Wasn't a slip at all.
100.
do what you must, and I would appreciate your help on it. Just remember the words that you spoke and the promises that you have made. I do not know what entails breaking those things, but I cannot imagine that the punishment is slight.
That's my own thing to deal with if that ever arises.
You are your own dwarf.
That is not your guys' issue to worry about. That is mine.
And as far as the first, I have no intention of stopping you from doing the things that you need to do in order to hold on to who you are as a person. You have proven before that you are strong and continue to do so, and I just wish to add that strength to my own. Occasionally I will ask things of you, but they are things that I would think that only you could do, and something you can do within your capacity.
Like I said, I'm willing to help and assist on occasion, but as far as swearing fealty and devoting myself fully to your wishes, I don't know if I can make that happen, but I can assist.
That is fine. As I've told the others, I'm not attempting to subjugate you or any of them.
No, trust me, I know that's not the goal.
Crew will just nod and then his customary just dropping a conversation and not saying anything else. He will like pick up after a little while. I have spoken to Valis about this same subject, and you may be able to corroborate with him in some research that you find. As you know, I know little of magic, and which is why I need other people to see how to permanently kill that creature.
Well, I know very little about magic directly as well. I know a lot about nature energy. But I will convey with Valis at some point and see if we can, between the two of us, come up with an idea.
Yep, and that's all I got.
All right. The four of you, Glizig, Zakara, Valis, and Raz, get to the chapter house first. You go up to the door. It is locked. You kind of knock on it, wait a minute, and Guillermo opens the door and said, "Hey guys!" Let you guys in.
Guillermo.
It looks much better than it used to, which was a rundown, destroyed area. I'm not saying it's super fancy now, but it's at least livable. Table,
Plush,
chairs.
white carpets. What?
There's a couple bedrooms actually where people can sleep now. There's 4 single bedrooms upstairs now that have been roughly refurnished. They didn't put a lot of money into them because Raz made the comments that they'll probably do some major remodeling, but once everything's ready.
And we have money.
Oh, some of you have money.
There should be an alchemy lab in one of those rooms.
There is.
I believe the basement was it alchemy and cooking or stuff down there?
The basement, I don't think is as big as
technically cooking.
the basement's not as big as I think you may think it is.
I thought we had an area for working on crafty stuff.
I think it's the
I
chapter
believe
house.
so. There is. I think it's the whole area though. But about 10 minutes later, as you guys kind of sit down, relax, Guillermo brings you some nice chilled water. There's a knock on the door. There's actually not a knock. There's just a. Then there's a banging at the door. And Guillermo lets in Kruger and Galgrim.
Clearly, Galgrim is a changed dwarf. He can't exist outside the confines of the jail. He knows no other life now.
With you all there, Guillermo does hand out 2 keys to the chapter house. Who wants them?
I would like one.
Skip.
I can open the door if I need to, so I won't take one.
I can get inside if I need to without the key, so
I also have a makeshift key.
it sounds like
So-
Valis.
We can make more keys, people. With the crafting of this group, we have no problem making a key.
A bar of
We
soap.
also have no
One-
problem just getting in here.
We have to
One
go to
of
one of
you
those
could
kiosks
make-
and put it in there to.
One of you could make more keys, yes.
Which one of us is that?
Valis.
Me, obviously.
Okay, so then Valis should get the other key.
Is it a magic item?
The keys.
No.
Magical key.
But it is metal, and you need to be like a blacksmith to make keys. Most of you have some crafting skills, but you're not that good.
I don't
Make
limit
it out of
myself.
food.
I don't
You
limit
don't know how
myself
to,
be-
work a forge and shit.
It's too primitive for my work.
Who the fuck wants to do that?
Dwarf.
What?
I'm more of a dwarf than you are.
Valis is like, give me your dwarf card. I'll use it.
Guillermo
I'll take your
makes a
key,
little bit of small talk with you guys for a few minutes. You guys kind of obviously make a few comments that you want to be alone, so Guillermo kind of makes himself scarce.
As he's leaving, I mentioned I would like to talk to him at some point, one-on-one.
Okay.
Not
Is
now,
there-
like just at some point.
Yep.
Is there? I assume if there's anything that required our attention, he would make us aware of it. If not, like, where's the best place to find him if he isn't here?
He is.
Does he, like, have his
almost
own place?
Always here. No, his place is
Okay.
here. One of the
Right.
4 rooms upstairs is his.
Gotcha. Because he's the mole
The mole? No.
for the Brotherhood.
Oh, possibly.
Look how
He's here to
my
keep an
bad
eye on us.
house says.
Oh, he's definitely there to keep an eye on you. I mean, no one's made that, like, try to pretend that's a secret. He's in charge of the chapter house until you guys have graduated and have, proven your thing.
Proven our
Your
thing.
worth. Your worth.
You heard him, Valis. Whip out the thing. Not that thing.
Too late.
Well, now that we're all here, I thought of this the other day when we had Frank with us. I didn't want to talk about it in front of him, of course. But when he mentioned he had overheard someone making a delivery to the Cove, it sounded familiar. There is a place to the east of here, referred to as a Smuggler's Cove. And it's its own village underground where not just anyone is allowed in. But it definitely sounds like where some crew from the Dead Meat would be.
Definitely a pirate smuggler type of hideout. Hangout, I should say.
At the very least, a good place to begin, yes?
How far east of it is here? That wasn't English, but okay.
How far east of us is here?
He's an art.
Look,
Give him a
Look,
break.
common's not his first language. Cut him some slack.
And he's not the bright.
Oof.
It's about 40 miles east. So
About a day's travel.
Yeah, Dade.
we can go 40 in a day.
In Pathfinder, you can go pretty far in a day. If you're just traveling on, like, in open terrain and not doing anything else.
So that's getting there isn't the difficult part. It's getting in. They don't just let anyone in. You either have to be a member or you have to,
Fireball.
I would say, do someone a favor.
Do we have any idea what this favor to a someone is?
Well, I haven't actually been there, but it's under the protection of the Hut Syndicate. I don't know if you've heard of them before.
Say Hut Syndicate?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they're from Star Wars.
H-U-T or H-U-T-T?
Oh
Two
god, that's
Ts.
terrifying. Vampire huts.
2 T's, you ignorant bastard.
It's the Hut Cartel. You heard wrong.
Do we know anything of the alleged Hut cartel?
Do you have any kind of, like, underworld lore?
Probably not. I have gossip lore.
Streetwise.
I have untrained improvisation.
I have the lore that's good for everything, but never gets better than trained until way late in the game and only goes to expert.
You guys may roll 1 skill check of what you think would be appropriate.
Secret.
Athletics.
No, it doesn't have
Ag-
to be, but
Can I roll?
X.
you don't need to roll.
Okay, that
Okay.
was weird. I'd let go of it in the thing. All right, hold on. There we go. Even
Oh, I
worse.
thought that was going to be a 1.
They're led by a giant fat, brown worm. Calls himself Jama.
No, Jabba never ran the cartel.
Jama. He ran that
Combo
branch.
wishes he ran the entire fucking cartel.
Jama the Hutt.
Jama the Hutt.
Roll whatever skill you think.
Ooh,
Nice.
Valis.
If only this was 5th edition.
I know more about it.
Then
than
it would just
ever
be a
wanted to.
34. But it's a critical success, right? A 34 was at least a success, right?
I don't know.
Well, 20 bumps it up one category, right?
No, it's only a regular failure.
Aw.
All right, Galgrim, you rolling?
I'm sure my lore mining doesn't really help with this.
No, lore mining would not work.
That's the only lore I have, and my
You
society
can roll
is.
skills.
I'm not trained in society.
Or either's Kruga. Doesn't stop him from rolling.
I mean, okay.
Still got better than me.
I spent night in jail. Okay, I learned a lot.
Came out
You
of
learned
for-
about the streets while in jail.
His night in
He's
jail, he
like-
comes out with a +1 strength, and he knows how to make a homemade shiv.
Now,
What do you think the
This is
clan
your life
dagger
now.
is?
I get trained in crafting with sub
Shiv
you
only.
know, yeah, shiv, trained in crafting shiv and yeah,
It's the goblin feet. The junk.
the jerk jump.
Yep, but only for Shiv.
and survival and
There's some
survival
shank.
prison wallet.
Plus 10 to anal circumference.
I feel like the show's more useful than mine. I got crafting toilet hooch when I was in jail.
All right, Raz, you've never heard of him.
Ooh.
Kruga, Hut what? Galgrim, Syndicate what? Glizzik, you've heard of some syndicates, but never the Hut Syndicate? That's a new one for you. And Valis. You have heard a little bit about them. Mostly that they're a fairly large syndicate in the Kingdom of Aeirdi and Eastern Realms that do handle a lot of smuggling. Your father has not dealt with them, but had to deal, trying to stop them and so forth back home. But that is all you guys really know about them. They are relatively secretive.
First rule of Hut Syndicate: don't talk about Hut Syndicate.
Yeah, always do the fallback. Your Girl
Or you
Scouts
get bored by a
selling
hut.
cookies.
And why can't we just go in there?
I mean, I suppose we could try to force our way in. They might not take kindly to that, and there is a lot more of them than us.
How many is a lot more?
Well, I don't know specifically about the syndicate, but the village itself is about 500.
So 495 for me.
So how many fireballs should deal with that, Glizzik?
More than you got.
Well,
That's
if we
our
optimize our
channeling.
spacing of villager to fireball ratio,
Still nowhere near enough.
I mean, if the villagers only have like 5 health, we get 20 or so into a ball. We can knock out a good fifth to a half of them with fireballs.
Probably still not enough.
And if it's all the same, I'd rather remain on better terms with them.
I mean, you're on great terms with them if there's none of them left. There's nobody to be mad at you.
I'm sure they're not all there.
He's not wrong.
It'd be a pretty bad syndicate that I've ever heard of if they were consolidated into a singular place. I've never heard of them myself. But Sounds as though you already have an idea of where to find a contact, Zakara. Someone that may wish a favor. Right now, this seems to be our only lead.
I could ask around. I've never actually tried to gain entry, so I don't know how difficult it will be.
If you need any assistance on that, let me know. It's more my field of expertise to discuss, let's call it delicate matters in a more boardroom style situation. I can certainly assist.
Should I go shopping for a cloak? I guess depending on our approach, these tattoos would likely give me away.
Now,
I
if
guess
they
we could ask Guillermo.
To go shopping with us?
Hold my bags.
I suppose it's a possibility. I'd imagine the one CD underground group has probably heard of their fair share of others.
And asking him is probably the cheapest way of finding out.
Sure, why not? Let's see what our new benefactors have in their pocket. So we should probably Guillermo's still here. He just kind of went off to his room to attend to his duties, right?
Yep.
Went to the Guillermo corner.
To the Guillermo cave.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Just have everyone just start poking into his room. Yeah, I mean, me and Zakara can go chat with him if the rest of y'all want to stay down here so we don't like crowd the guy. But other than that, and this is the only thing we've got so far on this particular thread. Beyond that, other than some good old fashioned like find information checks and downtime activities, I don't see why we shouldn't take this lead.
Guillermo likes us.
Well, let's go chat with him then. I guess just you and me, Zakara.
A gnome and cat walked in their room.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a party.
Not without Potato Head.
See, we're a very unthreatening lot. No one's
Oh,
ever
yeah.
gonna think that a cat folk and a gnome could stir up any trouble.
Except for all the weapons the cat folk has.
Well, the gnome can't cause any trouble, right? They've never
Yeah.
been known to do anything like that.
Nope, never.
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 You stay
All
away
right.
from my radiation bombs.
You guys go up, knock on the door. Guillermo answers it. Ah, yes. What can I do for you?
Well, we had an inquiry in mind for you. Did you want to present
sure.
Zakara, since you know a bit more?
Sure, we were curious if you had any connections or possible contacts with the Hut Syndicate. We're trying to get into the Smuggler's Cove, and they're the ones who run it.
We have a particular lead on something we're looking into that's pointing that direction. Figured we'd pick your brain, see what you may know.
Well, if you want to deal with them and you need something, you're going to have some money. Don't really
Already
deal
in the
with
hole.
them, but one of their bases is to the east of here, by about a day's travel. I could give you directions, but I can't pull no strings to get you in or anything. You have to talk with them and make that deal yourself.
That's what we were curious about.
I mean, I guess we could just go there and ask what it would take to get in? Or sneak in?
Well, not to shoot it in the foot before it even starts, but we're not the most subtle group. Most of us, anyway.
That is true.
Ah, that just leads us back to our original ideas, anyway. Thank you for your time, Guillermo.
Oh, but of course.
We'll leave him to it, and then on our way back down. It always comes back to money, eh?
It's what
Well,
everyone wants.
we could just walk up there and see. I mean, one would imagine they have some sort of recruiting process or some way of entering, but that seems a little forward to just go to the gate and say, hey, here to join random people you've never seen before, definitely on the up and up. I don't see many routes that don't require a bit of coin, which I'm not sure of your own personal assets, but I'm a bit scratched for cash at the moment.
Nope. I could use some more cash myself.
Could always
As,
use more.
as much as it made me, let's run it by the others and see if anyone has an idea on that end, but for various means, we might need to try to find a way to make some money anyway.
There's a whopping 2 gold in the party fund.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Rich.
we're living it.
For a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get some more of
It's
that
like
fancy food?
it's like someone's real life savings account. Well, let's go update the others. Maybe we'll see if there's a get rich quick scheme someone has up their sleeve.
Invest in Dogecoin.
It's the undead guy said invest in cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
Because it's in a
Well,
crypt.
yeah.
Just got a little lich face on.
We'll make our way back and we'll basically I'll update him on what Guillermo told us. And he's basically got nothing, no strings to pull on their end. And best way for entry is to either do someone a favor, either by just possibly going there and saying, "Hey, we want in. What do we need to do?" or buying your way in. Either way, I'll make no secret that it's going to probably involve money, which involves which I have very little of. I don't know about the rest of you. I assume everyone else is also probably low on cash.
Bust out a diamond roll.
What's cash?
You wish.
Cash, not cachet. We got plenty of that, just no cash to back it up.
So how
Yeah.
much would it cost?
That one is unknown. We'd need to show up. It's better to show up with something to show than nothing at all, though.
Sir, you're negative on gold, Raz.
Mm-hmm. That's why I've got no money. Galgrim's the one over there with like expecting 125 gold, 124 gold.
And I have
So
almost 40 platinum.
Quick, mug him.
make sure you're not looking at your total worth
That is my
thing
total
there.
worth. That
Okay.
is my total worth.
So I looked at that earlier. I was like, wait, no way. I have Oh, right, total worth.
No, that's worth.
No, I have 17 gold.
You're about right in the middle there, Gagrim.
Yeah, but I have an IOU for 145 gold.
Which is worth absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure the AWOL criminal will be good for paying you back. Nope, not even AWOL. Desertion.
I mean, to be fair, I also fit into that same exact category, so
Fucking traitors.
Yeah, they
I
started
haven't
it.
shared that information yet, but
I think he just
there's a
did.
reason I don't want to go around dwarves.
They started it anyway.
Fucking dwarves.
Hmm.
All right,
So
what are you guys
those
doing?
are essentially our options. Knock on the door and say, what can we do for you? And hope they're feeling generous, or pay our way in. Either way, I expect we're going to need money.
I'm not sure I'd be able to raise any money before then. I have something I need to attend to.
Hear me out. Underground fighting pit. Yeah? Quick money. Very low chance of failure.
That
Yep.
is something else I must attend to.
Throw the goblin in the ring with an ogre. See who wins.
It is right. That was today. It's so long ago. That was supposed to be today, wasn't it? The
Please promise me your wrestling name will be Big K.
Is why
Okay, I
is
need
it
to
above
get my
100?
wizard card.
So Kruga's little illegal fighting pit date is tonight, right?
No, just someone would come call on him today.
I can't remember. Do we all know about this?
We
Everyone
talked
listening
about it in
to
group.
Raz did for sure because he was at the bath where all this went down, at the bathhouse.
Yeah, I'm the one who found out that it's actually just an illegal fighting pit that they're dragging him to. Because somebody came and talked to me and said, "Hey, your buddy's getting
Dragging
into some shit."
dragging me is like, you're like I can't think of the words. You're implying that he doesn't want to go.
He's just got to put on a show. It's all an act.
He's not good at that. You got the wrong person.
Well,
That's actually untrue because I can use acrobatics to perform.
well, that does bring up a point as well. Kruger's got a hot date tonight where he might find out some information.
Oh,
He-
congratulations.
It's the best kind of date for Kruger, the one where he gets to use his fists. Wait.
What?
Oh my.
So Saturday.
Hmm. You were to meet someone tonight for that whole shebang, aren't you, Kruger?
They're supposed to come to me.
Well, perhaps when you meet up with them, see if what's in it for you other than just a straight up fight. I know that would excite you by itself, but perhaps that could alleviate some of our financial issues if there's a big prize. There's some prize money involved, you know?
Maybe you can also find a contact there.
Indeed. Illegal fighting ring. Probably lots of seedy individuals who go to watch. Maybe someone knows someone. Maybe you make a good show. Maybe you impress. It's a possibility.
Found my list of names.
Glizzik's
The
making a
wrestling
list.
The
No, I had it
mysterious
from
stranger.
forever before. It was that I had No Mercy, the Shield, Kitty Perry, the Unbreakable Glass Goblin, the Headmaster, and Bjorn to be Wild. They're really bad six.
That said, you also have your own little hype machine right there who could definitely do you a favor or two in there without drawing too much attention. Or drawing the right kind of attention, I should say.
Well, I don't. Based upon what you told me, I don't think it's going to be an immediate fight. But I have something I have to do up north as well.
Do you have the details of it, or are you wanting to keep it to yourself for the time?
Of the fight?
Your business up north. Because if I remember where we are right now, Zargan, that's the Flint Hills, right?
Well, the Flint Hills are north of you, yes. If that's you don't know if he's referring to that.
Well, he said north, so I was asking what's basically north of us.
The Flint River goes, north to south. It passes through the Gray Forest, which there are no elves there, and through the Flint Hills, which is north of that, where the city of Flintlock is, and then there's the Control Mountains.
It's all backwards, but yeah.
Because I also have some business to tend to back up in that those old stomping grounds myself.
I'm not sure how far your business would be, but mine would be the southern end of the Gray Forest. In order for me to become stronger, I must fight worthy opponents. There's something about how my order of monks operates in which I cannot become more than I am unless I defeat someone of similar or greater skill in singular combat.
So a bit of a monkish pilgrimage then, huh?
He'll just kind of like growl, yes. There's an entire rite that must be followed and cannot be interfered with.
Interesting.
So if you were to be there and you were to interfere even without my knowledge, I would automatically lose and I would have some power stripped from me.
Well, my business is a bit more north of there. I believe I've already filled you in on it, and those old ruins where I found this, the rock that lets me do the free alchemy, and the vision I saw in my little pearl before we handed it over. That's all up in that neighborhood back where, well, you know where, up at the Catrill Mountains. Bit more north.
It's much further north than where
Hmm.
I believe I need to go.
Hey, Zargan, out of character. Craig and Core is where I want to stay away from, right?
That is your homeland.
Yeah, okay.
So I think if I'm guessing right, you
Go
need to
visit.
go like in the middle of that gray forest. There's like a village or something up there, isn't there?
No, I need to go more or less at the um basically at the southernmost end of the Gray Forest along the Flint River.
Gotcha. So basically like one hex away as opposed to like 6 for mine.
Yeah, more or less.
From what you know, Raz, there's supposedly a village of catfolk living somewhere in the Grey Forest. But other than that, no one really lives there except for like logging camps and stuff like that.
Gotcha. How far is a hex? Thought it was on this map somewhere.
About a day's travel.
Gotcha. So this is just a field trip for Kruga and a whole trip for Catrell Mountains.
Oh, that is farther away. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when
And
do you need to?
you're not sure you're ready for that, Raz.
Well, will you ever be really? But the group does need a little bit. Let's call it. I think they would need to be refine their skills a little bit. Maybe get a little bit more group cohesion and not try to eat each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Since we're likely going to be going to a place that's probably going to involve a lot of weird ass old shit.
Either way, I would like to go to the Cove first. I have just learned some new powers, and I do not think more will be on their way quickly.
Fag too soon.
Eating earned party member. Ogre ribs are so yummy.
Well, that's would be fine for me. What is your window for that one? You seem like you need to go post haste.
To perform the rite,
Yes.
no window. But as I said, if I do not go, then I do not become stronger. So if I put it off for too long, I will be left behind in the wake of all of your power, and that is something that will not happen. Would not be befitting a chieftain.
Well, that leaves us 2 possible venues at the moment then, and one we can't. We could just go to the Cove and see what happens. Worst,
It's only a
worst
day
case.
away.
What? Worst case, they chase us off.
Hopefully.
I'm assuming that means we don't get back in time for whoever to like pick me up if we were to leave right now.
Yeah, I think you'd probably miss your date.
At best, it's a day there, a day back. So, and they said they stop by tomorrow. Doesn't mean they wouldn't come. They said probably be by tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that's a guarantee. And Doesn't mean they won't check again.
We can leave a
Depends on
note.
how interested they are. You know, your girlfriends.
Something came up. We'll be back by this date. Type note on the door, just on the outside, stuck to it or whatever.
Well,
You know,
Guillermo
Samantha, Shelley, and Victoria.
Guillermo can also just tell people we're out.
Yeah, we'll stick it to Guillermo.
Stick it to Guillermo.
With
Ouch.
with an iron spike.
Staple.
Jink.
Yeah, staple it to his forehead. Don't want him to lose it.
I got a ball bearing and a telekinetic projectile spell.
Quick, Zakar, shoot him with an arrow. Message for you, sir.
I'm okay with going wherever with you guys. I'm just glad we're a group again. Kind of side eye over at Galgrim, just to make sure he's not killing me right now.
Sleeping.
He's just leaning over you, already ready to take a big chomp and just.
You look over to look at Galgrim, and there's just a knife casually in your side. I'm joking.
His clan daggers are gonna taste more than just my blood.
I'll let the innkeeper at the Silver Lion know to send anyone who's looking for me this way.
So you tell him where the chapter house is?
Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't remember. We're supposed to be secretive, but like it
We're
isn't
talking
like we.
about opening this as an actual
We're not going to
store.
be secret.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys want to do a store thing?
I think our affiliation with the organization is supposed to be the secret part.
Yeah, this is just like a house that we have essentially.
This is our legitimate front that we're running.
Yep, we're gonna run a front.
We have a laundry machine downstairs. Someone's just washing gold coins.
But it's just a bucket and a scrub board.
And you guys just raid. You're washing brass at the moment, or tin.
It's wood chips that are just painted gold.
Any kind of money looks like a lot of money until you take a close look.
Then we can let Guillermo know that we'll be gone for a few days. At least.
Good with whatever. At this point, we've basically got two options, and both of them, both of them look equally attractive when you don't got cash.
Well, you know you could probably make some money on the corner, Raz. All of you could for some amount of money.
Oh yeah.
I'm bare naked right now. It's fine.
Once you go goblin, you never go back.
You want to buy some Drake heart?
Never.
I goblin the goblin.
You want some blood crystal?
That's the good shit, man. Got a primo donor. None of that fake shit. I mean, I could just be like blood harvesting our magical people too. You're only drained one, right?
I'm so dehydrated. Why do I feel so thirsty?
Because Raz has a fucking straw tapped into your aorta and he's drinking it.
Just an IV.
Like,
holding to a bag and Raz is tapping it every morning.
Yeah, we all wake up in the morning. God, did anybody else feel like we didn't get any rest last night?
I feel pretty good.
I need some water, something, some tea.
I have some treats for Valis. He's going to be the best one to use this damn thing. Maybe Glizzic, too.
I cut myself shaving, Raz. Should I be worried? Nothing came up but air.
just a puff of dust and a moth.
I knew he was undead. He's just a meat puppet for Nenol.
Hey, even Kruga's not off the table on this one because, that key magic shit. That could be a blood crystal. Blood crystal key edition.
He's got crazy champion magic now, too, I've heard.
All the magic that doesn't require actually having magic.
All the magic, 0 calories.
Magic adjacent.
Pretty sure I
what's the plan?
Could probably even get something out of Zakara, too.
It's like Yoo-hoo. It's not chocolate like milk. It's chocolate drink.
It's chocolate water.
Magic drink.
I still love it, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I fucking love Yoo-hoo.
I'm good with either one.
I'm going to go into the Cove.
Let's do Cove. At the very least, we might find a lead for the lead.
We need to get Galgrim back in Not Society so he gets his druid powers back.
Mhm.
He's just wasting away. His eyes are sunken, cheekbones are prominent.
Like
As
his
you
beard's
watch him,
getting like sucked in.
little wisp of nature kind of fall off him and float away to the sky.
Yeah, like his beard's like starting to
I
like
need
pull in.
trees.
Like he's actually getting cleaner as the day
Shrubbery.
goes on.
Bring me a shrubbery.
The bear is reverse aging.
Galgrim,
He's
did
just
you
like,
always wear glasses? Where'd those come from? Give me those.
When he starts getting personal hygiene, we know he's about to die.
yeah, he's like, excuse me, sir. It's like, where's the restroom? Everyone's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's the end.
Why is the drinking wine complaining about the tannins?
Sounds like Cove. I assume we
Did
probably
you
want
say
to
sounds like COVID?
Cove.
Cove.
COVID it is. Hope everybody took their anti-plague.
All right,
Give me
you
one.
guys, pack up your
Nope.
shit and head out.
But I can give you one because I could just whip these
There's
up
a
on the
bit
spot, no
crusty,
cost.
guys.
Would you like some of my mystery serum in your mouth?
Why is it white and sticky?
Nasty.
You get a
Yeah.
bag for that one.
You gotta chew it up. It's like gummies.
The anti-plague was actually more Zakara's doing
I'll be right
when
back.
while she was sick.
You guys are nasty. Raz is handing out his special serum. Kruga's playing with Galgrim's prison wallet.
That sounds like we're looking towards the Cove.
All right. Anything you guys need to do before you head out?
Well, I mean, this
You
was
buy
more of a
some
question,
last-minute supplies with none of your
This-
money?
right? This was more a question for Kruger, but he went AFK. I was going to see if we wanted to wait till tomorrow so people who did preps could maybe change things up. But otherwise, maybe he can catch that date if they show up. Otherwise, I would be good to head out today as well.
I'm fine. Are we walking to a cove, or are we going someplace by boat?
I assume water will be involved because there's a lake directly east of us, which is where we're going.
You're probably walking, unless you have money for a boat or mounts.
7 silver each way.
I believe the bear has a saddle for me to ride on. Let's reassert dominance from the start.
Now, are you caught up on Critical Role?
No, I'm on 32, the death race, whatever is the last one.
Okay, well, you've seen enough of it then. The constant back and forth toll for the ferries across the spires.
Yeah.
Every time they go, Laura just dies inside. She's getting nickel and dimed.
She very much is always the one concerned about the money in the game. So yeah, it's gonna be
Even when
horrible
she's
for
playing
her.
a character who's not. Just like see it on her face too whenever someone does stuff related to money, but she's not the money person.
I always when Travis totally messes with her when he would like bargain as grog to get a deal, and she's just
You remember
dying
that bit? He paid
with
extra and some dragon
Bargains
blood.
the wrong way.
Yep.
Yeah, he's giving him more stuff than he asked for. Yeah,
Max would be so proud.
so proud of me.
It's just the look on her face through the whole thing. Laura was just
Like she's
dying.
gonna hit him. Yep.
All right, everyone back?
Looks like it. I think we're all good for the Cove, but do we want to go today or do we want to go tomorrow and give you a chance if those ladies show up for your thing tonight, Kruger?
More worried about finding Kane if she's there.
Postpone the date it is. I could certainly use a different set of equipment, but it'll take us a day
It's
to
gonna
get
take
there.
Day to get there. Yeah, so it should be fine.
Worst case scenario, I still have plenty of things to blow something up.
I perk up.
I don't usually see Valis perky. I'm worried.
You look quite perky today, Valis. All right,
All
guess we're
right,
heading
you
out
guys
today.
gather your shit and head out now.
Time is money, and we ain't got no money, so
You got no time.
we
Hey,
ain't got no
hey,
time.
that's my line. Goblin, time is money.
You could take a gnome line if you want.
Nobody
Oh,
wants
it'll
that.
just explode.
No,
I don't
that's
even
still
remember there's a gnome line.
that's still the goblin one. Don't worry, they're forgotten by Blizzard as well.
All right,
That's probably for the best.
from the rough
Pathfinder gnomes are
directions
better.
Zakara has, you guys follow the road to the east some, and then you kind of veer off. Imagine that. A secret area is not right on the road.
What? But it's
I
where
know.
everyone would least expect it.
You guys, it probably gets to be about late afternoon, early evening. You guys are trying to decide whether you should push on to get there tonight or wait till morning.
Push on.
Kruger wants to push on. He's motivated.
I'm down for whatever.
He wants to be up and walking around when the vampires come out to play.
You leave Zakara's friends out of this.
That's been the whole plot twist all along. It's Zakara's friend that keeps fucking with Valis.
I'm just playing into Zakara's hand.
No, her friend is a lot more substantial. All right, you guys push on for another hour, hour and a half. It starts getting, it's not really dark yet, but it's starting to get towards dark. And you've been kind of coming towards and closer to the coast. And you guys find this old worn path. Follow it down, winding around some. Comes down to what seems to be a cave up ahead. And as you walk towards it, you get about 20 feet away. Someone steps out of it into, I don't want to say the light, but out of the cave so you can see them. Halt! What's your business?
Man, you want to take the front on this one, Zakara? I think you speak their language better than anyone.
Behold! Behold!
Trying to give the rogue
From the back of the room. He's just holding me back. Behold!
Trying to give the rogue an opportunity to be undergroundy, but
I'm just trying to be just muffle.
just muzzle the goblin. Behold!
This is the hands from the
No,
move.
pay any attention.
Did
It's
somebody
your Lord
say
and
murder the
Savior
goblin?
Kruger.
We seek entrance.
I do you now. You have money?
We have some. We're also
We have a goblin in a dark alley.
Come get
Where
your
else?
goblin job.
The brothels are down below.
Gobbo job. Gob job.
we're also a fairly competent group.
You look it.
I'm
Well-
depicting sass.
More like sarcasm, but come on up. I'll take you in. You guys head
Yeah,
up.
you will.
Yeah.
All right, you go in there into the cave. Gets fairly dark. There are some torches, so it's kind of dimly lit.
But that doesn't bother us anymore.
Most of you, I believe, everyone here has dark vision in some way now.
Better living through alchemy.
You guys see fine. This cave was maybe once a cave. You especially noticed this, Galgrim. This cave has been heavily worked, turned into a very strategic strong point. In fact, several of you see what you can't really make them out because they're behind like battlement type of area, like behind arrow slits and stuff. But you see bits like body parts. You might think maybe some ogres back there, just by the size of them.
Now.
And as this guy leads you through, kind of out of the shadows, 4 or 5 more guards merge in like to your sides and behind you. You look and they're just there.
Just like flanking behind.
Yeah.
I check out their shins that are on my eye level.
That's a
No,
nice shit. For
They're
a human.
human size, so that's you're looking at their crotch.
Knees there. I'm like 2 foot 3.
They take you in. down through a couple passageways and stuff. These passages are fairly narrow. Sometimes you have to turn almost sideways, except for the smaller folk, to get through. Especially the bear and probably Galgrim. Some places Kruger has to duck down or hit his head. Definitely a very defensive area. And they lead you into this small cave area that has a door. They open it up and kind of show you in. There's like a basic wood oak table and a dozen or so chairs in the area. He goes, wait in here. I'm assuming everyone goes in with no lip.
Yeah.
Sure. When we go
Okay.
in, do the guards follow us?
Nope.
So we're alone in this random
You
room.
are alone in that room. Yes.
Okay.
There is a hooded lantern down there with this little bit of flame showing, so the room is dimly lit. You can put it out if you want.
That'd probably go well.
But you are by yourselves at the moment.
Okay. I'll now that I remember what loadout I'm using today. Just in case, I'll slide Zakara a Quicksilver mutagen and a Silver Tongue mutagen. In case she needs to talk some more.
Okay. Raj hands you a couple of his vials.
And probably just hand out a couple of elixirs of a life while I'm around it. Drinks all around.
You don't need those. Kruger has some food for us. Looks like maybe Wendy's.
How long does the silver tongue last? Is it only a minute?
A minute. It's the lesser.
We're here to talk and be nice, though, right?
Yep. And that's what
We're not infiltrating to destroy or steal, right? We're here to be nice. So I shouldn't start singing Goblin Song.
I'm gonna give. Let me go on my list. Zakara, Glizzik will get 2 because I know he typically gives 1 in a Newell. And I'll give I made less of them today because society loadout. I'll give Krugo 1, and these are elixirs of life.
Regular, not lesser anymore.
Oh yeah, I haven't updated the society loadout since then, Zargan. Those are supposed to be my most up-to-date elixirs of life.
Wow.
It's been that long since we've done not freaking out in the middle of the world loadout.
Not really. I mean, other than the warehouse, you guys were in town for like 9 days.
Talking about real life.
Oh. True.
That would be the lesser elixir of life, yeah. Oh, it was already updated. That's just what I'm at right now. All right, I think it's
I branded it as this Raz's lesser elixir of life, so gonna have your face in the bottle or something. Marketing.
Yep.
His face giving a thumbs
Coloration.
up.
No, the funny thing is, it says Raz's on there, but it really has Glizzik's face.
Always be branded, kid.
He is your PR man. Since, Noxia passed. All right, by the time you have a couple minutes, you pass out some potions there, Raz, and the door opens and in walks a well-dressed human. He comes in and looks at you guys. It takes a moment or so, looks at each of you, weighs you up and down, kind of gets a feel for you. Motions to the table, says, "Please have a seat." As you guys sit, they pull up a chair and sit down as well. Welcome to the Cove. I understand you wish to become members to gain entrance to our wonderful community. Is this true?
It is indeed.
Excellent. Most excellent. Then it sounds like we might be able to do some business. Are you aware of our membership fee? Or are you choosing to become a member by deed?
We had heard that there was a fee, although I don't know how much it is.
It is a mere 75 gold per person. So there are 6 of you. Kind of looks at Bernie. Yeah, 6. A mere, 450 gold.
And what would the deed be?
As all your jaws drop. Well, you perform a service for us, of course.
We're very skilled at doing jobs. What do you have?
Shut up, Glizzy.
Well, it depends on the time, but you are lucky. We do happen to have a small issue that needs dealt with. And this might be right, this might be up your alley. It might not be. It'd be your decision. Recently, one of our ships sank in a storm in the Bay of Hope. We know roughly where it sank, but have not had an opportunity to recover it yet. We need you to go to the site of the wreck and recover the cargo for us. We would provide a ship and crew to take you there, of course, but your job would be to dive under the water and recover all of the cargo. What do you say? You up to that challenge?
How much cargo are we talking?
That is pertinent information you don't need to know at this moment. Nor do you need to know what the cargo is.
Fair. Do you anticipate it taking days versus months?
A little bit of luck, and it depends on how skilled you are. You'd be back within the week. Possibly even less.
I'll look to Raz and the others to see what they're thinking.
Raz is cleaning up some spilt water. It looks like Bernie peed on the floor, and Raz is cleaning it.
Glizzik is mouthing food and water. Don't forget, we need to take stuff with us if we go anywhere.
Will supplies be provided for us?
By supplies, you mean like food and drink? Water? Yeah. It'll be on the ship. Wouldn't say it'd be great food, but it's usually edible. From your experience on the Silver Eagle with good old Anders, their fare is usually pretty basic, simple. Kind of like what you guys are used to while you're out adventuring. But it is there.
It seems a simple enough task. Is everyone up for a little swimming?
Sounds easy enough.
I'll retrieve something from a sunken ship. Should be exciting. Never done that one before. Ought to buy me a year.
It looks like you have yourself a deal.
Most excellent. By the way, should you find a particular staff adorned with a golden replica of the Syndicate symbol, the Cove Lord will reward you handsomely for its return. The gentleman kind of stands up, goes to leave, goes, let the guards outside know when you're ready, and they will take you down to the docks to your ship. Good luck. And he leaves.
He leaves the rooms like, finally, I got some dumbasses to go out on this job.
Right there is the hut Syndicate symbol.
Little does he know there's a druid here.
Little does he care. Jabba, you're throwing away a fortune here.
Well, I gotta day to travel. And how far? I might have missed it if it was mentioned. How far out is this ship? Is that what the?
No one really asked exacts, and nothing was volunteered.
Zakar was asking time wise how long. He said if we do a decent job and hurry, probably a week.
If not less.
Probably take some
Yeah.
time to get out there, eh? Could probably tell them we're ready to ship off now and sleep on the boat.
You brought your game with you, right? So we can play on the way.
Last time we
Damn.
went on the boat ride, a goblin died.
Yep. Let's see if that's if that
But
becomes
nothing
a
important, right?
We'll see if that becomes a tradition.
Hey, I can work on it.
Freaking bought that thing for like 5 gold. You bet I'm bringing that thing. I think it was only like lightweight too, so I could actually hold it.
You can store it in my cauldron.
I'm actually looking to
Right.
see if it was added to my sheet. I don't know if it was.
I thought you added it.
I'm looking through. I have a lot of stuff.
Oh, I thought I got the walking cauldron. I didn't get that one yet, the magical item one. I'm like, we just carry it with us, it'll follow along behind. Still got a huck.
I don't see it on here, but I'll add it. It's just a game set. I'll just make sure the weight was right, because if the weight is like 1, then I probably wouldn't bring it. But that'd be a hell of a game set.
Zergan, I'm gonna put the poor cauldron kit on the boat, like in our room or whatever. Maybe by the kitchen or whatever to help the cook. But I'm not gonna carry it if we walk anywhere, dive anywhere.
All right.
Because that's
So,
like 3 for weight.
are you guys discussing stuff, or are you letting the guards know you're ready to go?
Is there really anything to discuss? Swimming will be involved. Unfortunately, I know a few of us aren't the best at it, but you know.
Question, Galgrim.
Yeah.
Do you have access to air bubble spell just in case we need to breathe?
I have access to water breathing.
I'm for the group in case there's,
Yeah, like I can
A
cast
problem.
on like 8 people.
Okay.
It's actually 5, but
And then I can turn into a shark.
I know. No, I'm just saying.
Dark.
Did Kruger have a stroke?
Yeah, probably. It looks like it.
Fable.
What?
Your picture ain't moving anymore.
This camera
just-
froze on the funniest frame. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
keeping it there.
Tongue out, eyes lazed.
I'm sending it to him so he can see it.
I can see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's going in general chat.
It's a nice look you got there, Kruger. All right. Since you guys don't have anything to discuss, you kind of open the door and tell the guards you're ready. They escort you. Takes about 20 minutes. You go down, down, down. Starts getting a little cooler. A little bit of water in the tunnels, and you come down to a large cave. Inside the cave, you can hear the faint slapping of waves, and there's like a wooden dock and stuff here. As you go out there, you see there's about 4 or 5 wooden docks set up to receive ships. The cave's much larger than at first you thought it might be. There is a little bit of light in here. To the south, probably several hundred yards, there is a little more. Well, actually, at the time of day, no, you would not see any light there. Once more, you see a lot of defensive arrangements here, like walls and battlements, and a few towers, a couple siege weapons that they're designed to defend this little dock area. There are 3 ships docked at the moment. The guards take you down and head to the furthest one to the left. Nope, I'm sorry, go down to the right. There's a ship over there by itself. A smaller ship compared to the other two that's here, but still, a nice seaworthy ship. The guards kind of escort you up to the docks. One of them goes on the ship, talks to somebody, talks to who you assume is the captain. And a few minutes later, you guys are escorted onto the ship. He reset his camera.
When we were coming up, did we see the name on the ships at all?
No, you did not see him. But since you are a little curious there, Kruger, you're pretty sure the one farthest on the other side of the docks might be the dead meat. It just looks familiar.
It says deadbeat on the side
There's
of
a
it.
good dozen or so crew members on top, moving around doing stuff. You can't really recognize any of them or nothing, so you're not 100% sure it is. But it fits the same profile as the dead meat.
It's her sister ship.
There's
The
a lot of
meat.
it's a lot of similar ships, like an architect sort of thing.
The live vegetable.
So you guys are, shown to the ship you're going to be sailing on. You kind of climb on board. The gangplank is raised up, and they prepare to set sail.
Did I see it before I got on the ship or no?
That's up to you.
I think I would have been looking beforehand. Are we being like closely guarded like we were before?
Oh yeah. There's probably 6 people around you. There's people on the ship, and you're sure there's people in those towers and up around the walls and stuff.
And I feel like if I made a run for it, I'd probably just get struck down.
Probably.
Do we notice him noticing in that, like, his body language or whatever?
It's like as we're moving, is his head just staying static, locked onto
No,
that
he
shit?
kind of glanced over there once or twice, and his body just tensing up a little bit. Kind of like a cat getting ready to do something stupid.
Boy.
That's a car.
I'm gonna start knocking crew members off the table.
Complete with a butt wiggle and everything.
Shoving his
I would
ass
like
in
to,
everyone's face.
if I could see there's concern on his face, I'd like to put a little tiny hand up there to grab his hand and be like, "It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay."
It's just a boat.
Just try and calm it
Can have 10% more willpower than a boat.
I'm trying to decide what I would do.
You're a little bit outnumbered here.
Just slightly.
Plus, you're not even sure if that's the right boat. If you go out there and start hitting people, there's got to be a scrap.
What if I just run though? Like if I don't hit anyone?
Well, the guards will probably scrap with you, but the people on the boat might not.
It's not a scrap anymore. Then it's just target practice.
Don't we need to do this to help your lady friend?
As I said, they do have some ballista and stuff here.
Deflect
That
missiles.
will leave a mark.
Sadly, I do not have that. It's actually a
didn't want
feat you
that
have to pick up
stupid skill.
separately.
Yes,
It's
I
right
got
back
those
at it.
bracers that deflect missile you guys gave me.
That doesn't deflect. That gives you just a little bit more AC.
Oh, we're gonna need it. It's a ballista. It's bigger than me.
A lot of things that are bigger than you.
I know.
A lot of things bigger than me.
If someone throws something at me, is it considered a ballistic item? Like another person? Can I deflect them?
Telekinetic.
If it's a missile, yes.
How
right,
far
Kurt.
apart are these ships from each other?
Oh, probably 20, 30 feet.
I think I can jump that.
So you want to start a fight on 2
boat?
ships. Gotcha. Oh, no, the one you're going on is probably a good 40, 50 feet away from the other ones.
Oh, okay.
The 2 at the end are about 20, 30 feet apart.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're gauging is whether or not you could get onto the ship where it's supposed to be on, run across that ship, and then leap onto the quote-unquote
cannot.
possibly dead meat. That's what he's trying to gauge
No.
whether his character needs
He'd
to
have
or
to
not.
leap from the ship you're on to another ship and then to the dead meat.
Yeah.
Now, the jump between the other ship and the possible dead meat, 20, 25 feet, he might be able to make that one. The 40 or 50 feet between the ship you're going on to the other ship, I don't see how he can make that.
I see how he can
magic.
break that. Fable, do you need to think happy thoughts? Are you going to stay with us or you're going to become Peter Pan? Your choice.
And Fable says, screw, I ain't going swimming.
I just linked it to you. You have an option.
Yeah.
TPK.
If I'm not like 100% sure and I
You are
feel like
not.
I would die in the process, then
Most
it defeats
likely.
the
And
purpose. So
you might not, but you'd probably get everyone else in the group killed.
I don't know this orc.
We just met
A
him
glad
yesterday.
hand.
The fuck's he going?
Hey, he's got prison tattoos. Why would I hang out with someone like that?
I grab that dandy feet where if he does something socially stupid, I can disassociate myself.
I'm not sure attacking somebody is a social encounter.
It's all right. I can just be all like, "What the orc doing?"
Bon Mott.
I will leave it, but I am visibly like agitated to even people who don't know me.
So an orc.
So the
Yeah,
guards
most
are now a
people
little
won't care.
The guard's a little more on edge. Definitely watching you guys, mostly the orc. You guys go down the gangplank and they raise it up. And pull up the ropes and the ship starts getting ready to leave.
Yeah, you could ask the crew if that's that ship.
Captain comes over and actually not the captain, the first mate meets you. Scrawny looking old human. Says his name is Barry. And welcome to the Sea Ghost. I hear you're the people that they found to try to go and recover the cargo from the escape.
That'd be us.
Hope you can breathe water. It's down a couple 100 feet.
Forget breathing. What about pressure?
Why this
No.
ship and not the other two?
Pressure doesn't really exist in Pathfinder. They even say that. Well, what was that, Kruger?
I said, why this ship and not the other two?
The other two are privately owned. This one's owned by the Cove. Then there's special ships over there.
What's so special about them?
Well, I'm assuming since you're here, you know kind of what goes on here. They come and trade. Trade ships. They're merchants. They find stuff and they bring it here and sell it for other stuff. Ship starts moving, has kind of turned a little bit and is heading out to the south there. We're looking a little hard. You guys can see a large opening. And if it was daytime, there'd be light, but you can see it's definitely a little bit lighter than the cave is. Definitely it goes outside.
Anyone of note that we may be able to find jobs off of on those two boats?
Kind of guys, well, don't take this the wrong way, but the only one here looks like he might be worth a shit on a boat would be you. The rest of all probably end up with some collars around their necks.
We're just, we're new to the Cove, and we're just trying to see how things work here. That's all. We got skills, don't worry.
If I
you
didn't
must.
want to be with this group, then what are the name of those two vessels that I can try and work for them?
Roll me a diplomacy, Kruger.
I should have given you the silver tongue.
I
That was almost a 20.
use a hero
I know.
point.
Okay. I know it's 50-50 there.
Fuck.
Ha!
I can't use another one.
Nope. Well, you don't really need to know about that. Maybe if you're a member, you've completed this mission and so forth, maybe then someone will tell you, but right now, doesn't matter.
You stuck here. You
I
look
squeezed
here.
the railing of the ship very hard.
It creaks a little bit. All right, you guys head out. Ship kind of heads south, southeast for a little bit. You are shown downstairs to the general crew area, where some hammocks have been made available for you. The ship is not huge. There's not a lot of room. You guys are bunking basically with the crew. Just for the record, the crew is all human. The first mate and the captain seem to be the oldest two. The rest of the crew seem to be maybe around late teens, early 20s. They run around with kind of like cut off shorts and that's about it on the ship. They each carry like a knife, dagger type of thing to cut rope and so forth. But other than that, there's no real weapons on the boat that you've seen. And you're shown where your quarters are, to speak, and pretty much told to kind of stay out of everyone's way.
Easy enough to do. I gotta get shit ready for the next day anyway. Gonna look like a science lab under this cot. Well, this hammock.
All right, you guys head into hanging out together and heading to bed, or what's the plan?
I'm just kind of waiting to get there. I'm busying myself.
I mean, you should probably sleep in shifts because we've been traveling all day.
I mean, I'm assuming you could do your normal watches if you really wanted to.
I don't see why not. We're on a ship full of strangers and possibly people who'd put, if the situation were a little different, sell us off to a slaver.
What? Who would do that?
God, a place like this, they seem like upstart citizens.
If you fail the mission, that might be what happened to you if you survive. All right, you guys spend the night on the boat doing your normal watches. You don't really do a whole lot. I'm assuming since you're on watch, whoever is on watch is actually staying down in the crew area watching the people.
Yeah.
And we'll pass the night. If you guys wish to change spells, since nothing was cast, I don't have to set nothing, but you guys can change your spells, change your alchemy.
Quick question, Zargan, since I don't really seem to find anything about it, and maybe this would be kind of under the subject itself rather than what I'm looking at. But bombs underwater. They're considered martial weapons.
Well, they're a weapon. Depends on what they do. I have rules for underwater combat. Being
Okay.
out, you guys really haven't done any underwater combat.
Right.
You really don't know.
We fought underwater.
Yeah,
A
we have been
little
underwater
Yeah,
a
beat
little
the
bit.
shit out of those sharks.
A little bit.
And also Galgrim was there.
Also, Galgrim was there.
But some of you were just in the water. This will be underwater. Several hundred feet underwater.
Now, I believe me and Glissic were also underwater just because we're short.
Because you have the midget trait. So
For
moving
casting?
underwater is not the easiest.
Casting for verbal is gonna mess us up.
If you are holding your breath, yes. If you have water breathing, no.
Hey, Zagan, water breathing's one of
Yes?
the messed up spells.
Well, why'd you mess it up?
It's one of the ones that, like, remember how we were having that issue where, like, some of them were messed up and some weren't? I don't
Kind
remember.
of.
But
You open up the spell list and type in water breathing on there, or even just water on the thing, and it should pull it up.
I know, I was looking at my spell selection thing that you gave me.
Yeah.
And it's broken in there.
Oh, actually, I just thought of something. I can't take my familiar underwater unless he had water breathing on him because he is a snake and snakes don't breathe underwater.
You can switch him to amphibious.
If you
Could.
have water breathing, he has water breathing while he's on you. But you can't send him with
You're
someone
right.
else.
Might just maybe look at amphibious and maybe replace independent.
I'm going to replace flying with amphibious, I think, because it's flying underwater is going to be useless.
The base water breathing spell, Galgrim, does up to 5 creatures, lasts 1 hour. But it's only a 2nd level base spell.
Third increases at 8 hours.
Yep, and 4th makes it 24.
24.
It looks like amphibious doesn't make it breathe underwater, just gives it a swim speed.
Yeah, amphibians don't breathe underwater. Amphibians are like frogs.
Back, did we derail the game into a pirate game yet?
No,
not
that's
yet.
Traveler.
And I can still only shape for like 10 minutes, right?
Your combat shape's only a minute still, I think.
Yeah.
Looks like someone's going to be burning some spells. 2 4th level spells would cover the entire party for a day.
And the familiars and Barney and everything.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Burn both my 4th level spells to just not have to worry about it for 24 hours?
It's going to make it so we can cast spells. I think we have to.
I'm trying to figure out the familiar thing. What's going on?
I could burn a 3rd level spell and give us 8 hours.
If it's 300 feet down, we're going to make multiple trips, or you're going to want the whole thing. Unless it's something you have to have that's 4th level that you can't cast at 3rd.
So, I mean, 4th level gives me the option to shape into dinosaur form and aerial form.
Well, you do get 3 4th levels.
This is Fable asking and not Kruga. Do you guys have anything that would like create an air bubble that we could like reverse parachute loot up?
Spell wise, I don't have air bubble. Mystic could have access to it, but it's more of a 1st level spell of hey, there's gas or water. You need a small spot to breathe in. I don't think it moves very much. It's like feather fall essentially, but so you don't suffocate. I don't know if we have something that makes something buoyant.
The ship does have a way to get stuff up, but it may not be what you're thinking of. Or else
Like
they,
the anchor.
Buoy balloons. Oh.
Those do exist, but you don't have any. Underwater breathing helmets, like, air stuff even exists, but you don't have any of those.
300 feet down? It's impressive for this time.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is like we go down there, get a whole bunch of them all like bundled together, and then I think
Use your 45 foot rope.
no dinosaur form has a. I'm sure it has. I think it has a swimming dinosaur.
Plesiosaurus, probably.
Dinosaurus. What the fuck is that?
Deinonychus?
Dinosaurus. It sounds like someone who ran out of names for dinosaurs.
It's like a raptor thing.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll let you know this because basically you're going to spend roughly 2 days on the boat to get there. During that time, talking with the crew and so forth, they have a cargo crane with a heavy rope with a net on it that they can lower down. You guys can put stuff in the net, they can pull it up. It is not pretty, it is not fast, but it will do the job.
I mean, it's faster than all of us trying to swim
If you-
down and bring
well,
individual chests of shit back
If
up.
you can even swim while you're carrying shit like that.
Some of us can barely swim to begin with.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Kruger can, but I'm not sure about everyone else.
You can't really swim it's hard to swim when you're holding stuff in both your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I have legs.
Do I have an
I know.
aquatic form I have access to? Other than my my default wild shape, I can shape into like a shark and a frog and shit. But
Frog doesn't breathe underwater.
it has swim speed though.
It does, yes.
And it has, I think it has some way to like hold its breath underwater.
Well, everything has that.
Yeah. Dinosaur form does not have a swim speed on any of them.
Then none of them are aquatic.
Yep. Yeah, because it's all like battle form stuff.
I mean, if we have a crane, then
Well, my thought was if I had a dinosaur form that I could change into, we could just go down there. I could change into that. We could tie it all to me, and then I could just swim it back the fuck up. And just be in and out real quick. But that's not going to work.
So prepare your items for the day of work.
Yep.
Basically, what happens late afternoon on day 2, they get to the spot, but they're at dawn the next day. You guys will pretty much go in the water. They will lower the rope. Like I said, they have a net on it, and in the net they have put a bunch of rocks, so it'll go down fairly quick. Then you guys can go down and do whatever you need to do. They're not 100% sure where the shipwreck is, but from what their records are, it's in this rough area.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the water breathing situation? What are you
So
using?
the water breathing options are: I use 2 second level spell slots to get us all water breathing for an hour. I use 2 third level spell slots to get us 8 hours each, or I use 2 fourth level spell slots and it's 24 hours.
I mean, I feel like 8 hours is all we need because technically that's all we can really work before we're doing exhaustion bullshit, right, Zargan?
Depends.
And Mystic, that would give you enough to get all the animals and stuff as well as the people. Because we may have to leave the familiars behind otherwise.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to wonder what.
No,
to
that's
take
why he
with the-
said 2.
That's why I'm doing 2 of them, because I only do 5 per cast.
In that case, Bio, I would recommend picking up Dark Vision for Nathir. He doesn't already have to start with.
Well, it's
We don't
either
have to
that
worry
or
about that.
it's either that or amphibious because he still wouldn't have a swim speed.
Doesn't mean he can't move, just not very efficient.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have manual dexterity to do the potions.
I mean, the snakes, the familiars have athletics, don't they?
Yeah, you could check to move 5
That's your
feet.
swim.
Thinking amphibious though, because that's the familiar is my ranged option. Honestly, my quasi range.
I mean, as long as you have at least 20 feet of move speed on land, then you're moving at least 10 feet around.
Swimming,
If you
if you make the check.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
make the check, even with the bonus, I don't think it's that good.
I just looked, he doesn't have athletics at all.
Yep, does not have athletics.
They have
Has
acrobatics.
Another option to consider: I have a spell called Feet Defends that would give one person 10 minutes of their speed and swim speed. So if we get into a fight down there, it would give another person the ability to swim speed in the middle of a fight. Which I think would be useful for Kruga.
Less useful for me because I'm basically the only person in this group who can swim. Because I have an increased move speed, so even on a regular success, I'm moving 15 feet, but I also picked up the quick swim feat. So on a regular success, I move another 5, so I'm moving 20 feet per movement.
Did you actually pick that stupid feat up?
Yep. Because once I hit legendary in athletics, I get the swim speed equal to my land speed.
Ah, that's why. Yeah, you do have it.
So, I mean, you can, it'd probably be better for Raz to go around patching people up.
So do we want me to take that? It's a 3rd level spell.
I wouldn't be against it. But
So
you're the
all
one
of my
with the
third
spell-
level spells would be.
You're the one with the spell slots, yeah. Just as a bit of context, even if you make me able to breathe underwater, I still gotta swim, and I have to be at people to do stuff to them.
Well, this is only lasts 10 minutes. It's like hey,
Right.
we're in combat. Somebody gets to move around.
Right.
And you can do that while you're whatever form you're in as non-dwarf.
You
have to be in dwarf form to.
I'd have to hit you before I shapeshifted with it. Because I can't cast while I'm shapeshifted.
It's a touch spell too.
Yeah. I mean, if I was shapeshifted, I could touch them. That's not a problem, but I can't cast while I'm shapeshifted.
Not currently.
Do you only have one shapeshift?
Yeah.
Might be worth making that one of your spells just in case.
Oh, that was my plan, since I have to do that at 4th level, though, to get my, current form, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, you're water breathing yourself, correct?
Yeah,
all
I'm
of this?
using 2 water breathing spells.
Yeah. Is there a penalty for swimming in armor underwater, Zargan?
Only if you have the penalty,
Only if you have the penalty,
Oh,
which is
okay.
why I'm not bringing my armor.
because it
But
does
so-
affect. The checks are marked on your skills. The ones with the little armor symbol are ones that are
Mhm.
affected by armor check penalties if it has one.
Looks over at Ishi nervously.
Don't I have the feat that gets rid of that?
Going down's not a problem, Ish. It's the up that's the hard part, right?
I don't think I have that. No, that's just...
Basically, I think the penalty only applies if you don't have the proper strength to wear the
Yeah.
armor.
Good then.
Strong.
See, I'm
Like
at
when, like if Mystic would have put on a metal breastplate, even though he can't use one because he's druid, but if he's put one on, he'd be hammered by the penalties.
I have a bone breastplate on.
Correct, which is less. You have enough strength to wear that without the weight penalty.
I think I also have the feat for that, for the Dwarven feat thing.
You have the one for the movement. It reduces the movement penalty, but that's it.
right, okay.
Because even with the high strength, you still suffer the movement penalty with wearing heavier armor, just because it restricts you. Period. But you don't suffer the penalty on everything else because you're not strong enough to wear the armor. Yeah, I don't think anyone has that issue.
Hmm.
Do you, Raz?
The armor check penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't strong enough to wear armor. But I wear it anyway.
You're only wearing fucking leather.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Swim only says that you have to make a check if turbulent or otherwise dangerous, so we might not have to make checks underwater for a little bit.
I feel like that's in there, so you just don't make checks when nothing is going on.
Yeah.
Yep, if I take my armor off, my AC is down, but my penalty is no longer -2, it's just -1.
Give that man a Drake heart.
If I cast Wall of Wind underwater, no.
Tsunami.
Turn it on its side, 60 feet long.
Guys,
Let's make that up.
should I prep create water?
You might need it.
Yeah, create water and then we will control the water.
Well, no. Just create it, and then we'll think about controlling it, but no one will actually take that spell. Let me know when you guys are done with your preps.
Done.
I think I'm pretty much good.
You sure you're done, Kruger?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Amphibious, and I'll just give him my other Dark Vision.
I repaired
put
Key
your
Rush
stuff in
and
chat.
Clinging Shadow
What's
Stance.
my Aquatic Attunement do? Ah, okay.
FYI, I'm going offense with spells. I have almost nothing for healing.
How's
FYI.
that different than normal?
Sometimes I the vampire thing was heal and nothing but heal. So
Hopefully it's not all fireballs.
no, or underwater. I'm gonna do all kinds of lightning. It'll be fine.
Okay, I gotta change my cantrips around a little bit.
Freezing rays, all kinds of fun. I'm saving
Wouldn't
one vomit
fireball
swarm
be fine underwater since it's an explosion?
I don't know how.
because magic.
Yeah, I mean, because magic, yeah, it's like, but I don't know Pathfinder's underwater rules. Like
in D&D, it's still like half
We're going.
damage. So I don't know what it is in Pathfinder.
I got
You
some
will
ice
find
stuff.
out.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Quick, someone
And
go
one
under there
vomit
and get
swarm
hit with a
again.
I'll
fireball.
do it for science.
Someone needs mouth to mouth. I prepared vomit swarm today.
I hear Barony's all about it.
The kiss of life.
Oh, I have to freaking train the Secrets of Magic stuff, don't I? I do have access to it now, Zargan.
What do you mean train it?
If I want to run a cantrip from Secrets of Magic,
You have to learn it.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have those. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Cantrips are not like your normal spells. They have to be learned. Well, so do the other spells like that, but they're just the basic ones.
Fuck.
Way to go, Galgrim. You made Naughty leave.
Okay, I think this is. I'm just making sure I have these assigned to the right people.
I'm just trying to get shit so I can like maximize my, geomancer
know.
shit and
Yeah, if you cast aquatic spells here, you can get
yeah, I
swim
don't
speeds.
have the aquatic cantrip because there's only one in the game and it's Secrets of Magic. And I haven't had a chance to even train that stuff yet. Which is whatever, but I don't have access to it, so I'm having to like use first level spell slots to like give myself even the ability to use my, geomancy shit.
Okay, that's how to do it. Sending it now. Or I'm gonna hit freaking enter instead of edit. There, I just updated the other one.
Yeah, the geomancy thing, all it does is gives me
Whoops. Should probably make that a 1 instead of a 0 for the people who are actually going to be given them. And there we go, updated. I'm taking both the Dark Vision elixirs, one for me and one
what
for
to do? Just
Nether.
edit.
Yeah, I just edited it.
Okay.
why does that add as a cantrip? What the hell?
We're still earlier in the day than we were before, right? Or has it been like a full day?
It's been about a day and a half before you go
Okay.
before you do that. You'll be
Still
getting
set.
up, pretty much getting up, eating some food if you want to, and then jumping in the water.
Okay, because it still says I had Dark Vision, so I wasn't sure. Yep, I'm going to give myself one. I'm going to give Nether the other, and the wizard's a smart lad. He'll figure it out.
Zargan, why is this adding as a first level spell when I drag it over?
Pet cache is first.
I don't know what you're doing, Mystic.
I'm trying to add Hydraulic Push from the freaking spell list so I can have a first level spell that I can use my geomancy stuff with, and every time I drag it over, it's going into cantrips instead of first level spells.
Are you dropping it into the cantrip area?
I'm dropping it into the first level area. Okay, it just randomly worked that time.
I've got 2 dark visions. 1 for each eye.
So you wasted two your potions on yourself and your snake. That's nice.
Yep. Phallus can figure it out. He's got light.
Cross those off the list.
Yep. Because he can swim, but yeah, it's probably going to be dark down there. Last thing I need to do is tell my snake to go after Kruga and then just have him go off like 40 degrees in the wrong direction forever. He's now a water snake.
Water snake.
And I'll give him a Drakeheart to hold on to. That'll be for me. I'll give Kruga the other Drakeheart. And actually, I'll just...
Yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah, I need to put it into chat so everyone knows what they were given.
So I'm gonna just read your response, Whisper, about there not being a cook in the boat other than me.
Yeah, they
And
don't
all you
really
got
have a cook. There's only 6 crew people on the boat, counting the captain and the first mate. It's a small boat.
I thought it was big galleon.
Oh no!
I'm
Most
used
of
to
their
being
food comes.
transported
Most of their food is
in
pre-made. In
hardtack.
style, huh?
Lembas bread.
Hardtack and
more
water.
more lembas bread.
You wish it
Tastes
tasted
like
that
shitty
good.
cardboard.
Okay, put it into chat what folks will be given. Everybody gets an elixir of life today, even people who don't normally get one.
That
Just
there
in
doesn't
case I
have
can...
one. That's so mean.
Yeah, well, I've got 3. I've got his.
You didn't give one to Nano either.
I gave 2 to Gliz. He can do with them as he sees fit until tomorrow when they become inert.
Hot boxing them right now.
Chug,
Nasty.
chug, chug, chug.
Ah, yeah.
You could you didn't have to put the dark vision in there since you and they already drank it.
That's why that's used 2 of 2. This is also what I'm going to be referring to through the day.
Okay, I have no healing spells today.
Hopefully your alchemist doesn't have to move around too much.
I can give you swim speed.
Now,
I assume once.
We're underwater. You just have to pull the cork out of the bottle and then just out of the air from the water.
You just breathe out of the bottle?
Suck it out.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, Mystic.
What?
Your spell choice.
Well,
no, if you use it how I think you want to use it, I think it'll work.
I'm not sure about the second level ones. I'm debating about changing one of those to. The only reason I have that on there for all 3 of them is because they only last like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to take those either, but I don't know.
Well, level 1 is to trigger my, geomancy stuff. Level 3 is because we need all those.
Yep.
Level 4 is 2 backup wild shapes and freedom of movement in case we get into some sort of bad situation. And 2 is the other one I'm not sure about.
You could take healing as level 2.
Yeah, I want to have at least one of those available just in case we run into something.
Valis, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blizzard, you ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I swapped that around a little bit. I have a couple heals now.
All right.
So my geomancy thing, the reason I kept trying to get that is because it gives me swim speed. If I use it. equal to your land speed, and then I can transfer that to somebody else with the other geomancy thing. So it gives me another way to give people swim speed.
Alrighty. Last chance to change something, or let me know something. Otherwise, we're about to go.
Good.
Nether now has neck frills to help him swim.
He is a dinosaur. All right. The sailors wake you guys up. You guys can have some hardtack and water before you go if you want. You come up on deck. Mystic, go ahead and give people water breathing. Just go ahead and mark them off.
Okay.
Wrong one.
The fuck? Okay. You want to unmark those for me?
Wow.
I can't
He said it was
unmark
water
them.
breathing.
We're not allowed to.
He says water breathing. It's acid splash. Prayer.
It was acid splash for you
We-
only.
We're not in a city right now, Goblin.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Galgan chants a spell, casts it on 5 of you. A minute later, or a few seconds later, he casts the same spell again, casts it on the rest of the party. All right. You guys
There's
are kind of
one
looking.
charge left, right?
There's 6 of you, Barony, 2 familiars, so that's 9. Yes, there's 1 charge left.
Okay, whatever random crewmate is going to be like dealing with the rigging and shit, I cast it on him too.
All right. You guys looking over as you're getting ready to go over the side of the ship. Look down. You can see a couple hundred, 100, 150 feet down in the water because the sun's down and stuff. It starts getting darker and murky, darker, and you can't see the bottom. It is pitch black. So definitely gonna be pitch black down there. You got a couple choices how you want to go down. You don't have that spell.
The boat's fine. Why are you fixing it?
It was successful.
You can just hop into water and sink because you're not swimming. You could hop into water and swim. Or
I think it'd be
whatever
faster
other
to
way you
hold
can
on
think
to
of.
the stupid winch thing that's
Are
filled
they-
with rocks.
Take
Like
us
a yank
down.
or something.
Whatever you're saying, Naughty, you keep breaking up.
I'm sorry. I said, are they putting like some sort of anchor or sea anchor out that would go down for
No.
a bit at least?
Nope. But they have that. They have the cable, the rope with the net and the, a couple large rocks in that net.
I
Got some
figured just
ballast
go
in there.
down from that.
So you guys want to hang on to onto the rope or whatever and go down with it?
Sure.
Seems like it'll sink faster than us.
Is it the easiest way?
It'll also keep all of us together.
no.
Yeah.
All right. You guys kind of hop in the water. They start letting it down. They pretty much release the brake on the crane. It starts going down pretty quick. You guys each grab hold of the rope on that, and you go down pretty quick. You go down, I don't know, 50, 100 foot, 150, 200 feet. Starts getting dark. Those of you who cannot see in low light are now blind. Phallus. You go down a little deeper.
Light.
What was that?
I can see in low light.
Oh, can you? Okay. Little more. About 400, 450 feet down, it gets pitch black. So those of you who do not have dark vision are now blind.
Phallus.
Now you're right.
Did nobody bring this man dark vision?
I have light.
I brought dark visions, but they were for me. And my snake.
So you casting your light there, Phallus?
I'll wait till the net stops moving so it doesn't attract anything.
Just a lure.
Okay.
Yeah,
It would have been.
I knew where he's going with
Some
this.
troll fishing.
Can I just tell you that light means lunch?
How does Phallus have dark vision?
Because
And
he had a
Oh, dark vision.
because he had a freaking dark vision elixir yesterday.
Before, okay.
Yeah, I've got 2 dark visions because one's from yesterday. That's why I was asking
Yeah.
earlier: is this the same 24-hour period or not?
No. I'll take one of those off.
The abyss. I haven't seen that in a while.
All right, you guys go down roughly 500-ish feet. It is pitch black. The rocks in the net hit the bottom. Little cloud of like silt and stuff comes up. You guys let go of the rope and kind of float down the rest of the way. Valis mutters a few words and starts glowing. Go ahead and put your light spell on, Valis.
What's around down here? Any kind of plant life?
But of course, there's plant life,
Behold,
like
the
kelp
light.
and like little fern-looking things and stuff like that. There's normal plant life. But you do not see any shipwreck or anything like that in the area.
So,
So,
okay.
Go ahead.
Because me as a player thought of it, but Kruger would not have thought of it. What's the talking situation like?
You try to talk and blah, blah, blah. You can talk, but it does not carry very far like you're used to. If you're 15, 20 feet, you can probably still hear each other fine. Anything more than that, you got to pretty much scream. That'll go out to maybe 30 to 40 feet, and after that, there's really not a lot of sound.
Okay.
At least not enough sound that you guys can generate with your voices without, bells or whistles and shit. Check.
What if I had a megaphone that's a maestro's instrument?
So how far out can we see?
Pull up my notes. With your dark vision, you can only see out about 200 feet.
So we can't see it 200 feet in any direction where it dropped.
Nope. Valis, you can see out 25 feet. And it is a nice little beacon of light.
Since I don't know, like I feel like it will be pretty hard to say north south or whatever because.
Well, you could just say that because I don't know which way you mean.
I'll kind of confer to the group that I'm going to start swimming south to see if I find the shipwreck over there, and I'll kind of use Valis's light as like a.
Are you guys sticking together or splitting up?
Stick together. I don't see why not.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so slow.
You can go out ahead. You always do anyway. We can just bring up the rear.
I could also just shape into a shark and go run around really quick.
If he shaped into an aquatic animal, would he be able to see further?
Not unless it has dark vision.
Does it have dark vision?
I'm looking.
Dolphin, they got echolocation.
So the aquatic animal can't see underwater.
So it's an animal that normally lives at the surface of the water.
You're right. Just because it lives in the water doesn't mean it goes deep.
Yep.
Anglerfish, be the light.
Anglerfish.
Oh, good. I'm on the wrong sheet.
Well, given the spells that you use, maybe it's better for you to not use that. Unless you use it and then come back and you find it and then you meditate while we start getting things situated.
Nothing says you can't meditate underwater.
Blizzik's wondering if he casts Ray of Frost because it's a cantrip and just keeps casting it. Will it just make like beams of icicles? It's got a range of 120 feet.
Try
Do not
and
know.
find out.
I zap one.
Zap what?
Not trying
you
to
have you have to have a target.
target one creature.
Yep. Who are you targeting?
Fish.
Fish.
Coral.
You do not. First of all, coral's not really a creature, and you don't
It's
see
alive.
fish.
Wow, you're just gonna badmouth coral like that?
I am.
Living.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't have any. It wouldn't be worth it. I'm looking at this things.
Yeah, I'll start swimming south, and if people want to follow, they can. I'll make sure that I keep the whatever.
Light.
Oh, depending on if Alice comes or not.
Well, I know we're all gonna be basically trudging along pretty slowly, but his light should be visible from a distance.
I want to make sure to keep the. If Alice leaves, I want to make sure to keep the big net in sight.
It should be pretty obvious.
Well, if we can only
Only
see
when
out to
you're
200
there.
feet, yeah.
I will go with Kruger as fast as I can, which is not very.
Does anyone else have light?
I have it, but it seems. I mean, I can throw it up, and if shit happens, stay with the net, and if stuff happens,
Well, if
Why don't you
you
cast it on the net?
yeah, cast it on a net or cast it on like one of the rocks in the net, and then we can have that as a beacon to go back to.
I've got it as
I'm just
well.
worried about us doing that and then leaving the net and shit coming and fucking it up.
That's a boat problem.
It's also
Got
a
it.
us problem because then we can't get shit back up, and we can't get back up.
A whale
can
comes
just
by,
swim.
swallows the rocks, and swims off, dragging the boat with it.
New character.
When they said random event, they meant random event.
Well, fuck! I should have prepped that for 24 hours, not 8. I mean, I can do that. I just think somebody should stay with the net in case something happens if we do that.
Hmm.
Leave a
Something
familiar.
happens, then you can change into a form and come out to us, or keep something at bay until we get back.
Works for me. I'll cast light on the thing and I'll just sit down at the
Little
net.
water pot. Keep it at bay.
Okay.
Nanula's going to sit in the net as well too, just in case. I'm gonna
In
leave
the
him
net?
behind. Keep in mind, he's only 1 foot tall. He could probably fit between the holes of the net thing and just sitting in there.
Yeah, he can.
He's got dark vision and amphibious, but he does not have the ability to talk right now or fly. But if I concentrate and it seems like something's wrong, I can get some emotions or something from him.
Yep.
He's watching you through the net.
Stick him in a jar. Problem solved.
That's his jar of dirt. All right, so Galgrim is sitting down there by the net. The Knoll's in the net, staying there. Everyone else going?
Sure.
I'm
Yep.
definitely going.
All right, I am not going to make people roll for swimming at the moment. So basically, you guys can move 10 feet per action, so 30 feet around.
Be right back.
Yep, if you're swimming. Kruger can obviously swim faster than that, but I'm assuming you're staying with the group, Kruger?
Now I'm gonna go out a bit further, try and expedite things. Like, I'm not gonna leave everyone in the dust, but I'd want to be
Okay.
able to respond within like a round or two if I need to get back to them.
Glizzik, you can't really hear what he's trying to say, but you see he's holding up his rope and motioning to himself and then to yourself, Kruger, as if asking a question.
Oh, if you're close enough, you can talk.
Can I
I
hitch
tell
a ride?
Glizzy you can talk.
Can I hitch a ride?
Would it make me slower if I tethered him to myself?
Yes.
I don't want to be slower.
I'm only 30 pounds. Not going to slow him down that much. His gear weighs more than
I'm not.
that.
No, it probably doesn't.
I mean, if it makes any difference, I still have a little under 6 bulk that I could put on without having a issue. If it slows me down, I won't do it. Otherwise, I would
Okay.
consider it.
Basically, a Glizzy naked is 3 bulk plus his gear.
Which is about 3 bulk.
Yeah, so what's your total bulk?
3.
Including it, so you're 6.
Because I didn't take the cauldron. Yeah. The cauldron's up on the...
No, the cauldron's about 10 feet away from the rocks. They threw it overboard. They don't want that.
Then it's an air diving bell. All right.
Not now. They just threw it in. It just
Upended
filled
it.
with water and sunk.
Bloop.
Yeah, I could pull him along.
As long as you got the capacity, yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. My soap. No.
Was at least on a rope.
It just slowly dissipates in my body. The chalk too.
What's the distance between the two of you?
I don't pass the guy who wants to be tied to me.
Yeah. The rope is 50 feet, so probably say like 30 feet between us. Because we have to tie to each other and stuff.
Yep.
And I'll basically just be hopping as he's zooming along. Like I'm on the moon.
Okay. All right, Kruger, roll me a d6.
I whispered
Nice.
D6 to Glizzy somehow.
D6.
I forget.
Nice.
Yeah, I just hit R instead. I forgot you could just drag and drop the dice.
All right, you guys pick a direction, head out there about 10 minutes. You get into the edge of where you can see the light, and you have not seen anything. You've seen some rocks, see a few fish, but as you get closer to them, they swim away. But nothing hostile and no sunken boats.
Just grabbing random plants as we go. Anything that's new.
Okay.
Kelp has healing properties.
If you dry it in a furnace, you can eat it. It's like bread.
Sushi tonight.
It's like the underwater aloe vera.
Yep. You continuing on there, Kruger, or you're about at your range of seeing the light from where the net is. But pretty much you picked one direction and headed out.
Roughly
You could
how...
probably do that about 5 more times before you would cover the whole area. Kind of like, think of the spokes of like a wagon wheel.
Would it be possible to... So about how far away are we from that then?
You're probably about 300 feet.
It took 10 minutes to go 300 feet?
No, but I'm assuming, well, the time doesn't matter as much. It was with you guys just walking on the floor, but... So you moved about 300 feet out. It probably wouldn't be since you're swimming, it wouldn't be no 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I could basically do that in like 5 rounds at my swim speed.
Yeah, but everyone else can't.
Slackers.
Well, why don't you just kind of circle the light rather than coming all the way back where we were and then going back out?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Well,
As long
yeah, I
as we
mean,
can
I'm
see
just
the
saying
light.
it'll take you about 5 more time. Take you. Say it took you like, let's just say 5 minutes. I'm not saying that's how long it was. It'll take you 5 more of those to circle the area and kind of check the whole area out. Because the circumference is much larger than the area.
Oh, sure.
I mean, if we're all sticking together, then I guess we're just gonna have to do that.
Except for Galgrim, he's back at the net eating.
Random fish goes by, eating it raw.
It's now soft tack instead of hard tack.
It's not random, Glizzy. He has to speak with animals. He's calling, Fishy, Fishy, come over here. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Like a Disney princess calling to the animals, but he eats them.
Yep. and when a big enough fish that comes by looks kind of like salmon, Bernie eats it. All right,
God,
roll me
I
another
hate the
d6.
Disney princess.
Someone else roll a d6.
All right, you cover another 5 so minutes. Nothing. Next one. Nope. You've covered about half the area now. Another one.
It probably would have been faster if the other half, the slow half, went the opposite direction we went.
Nope. Next person.
All right, Raz.
Listen for the money, Raz.
Did Raz leave us?
The last thing you wrote was
keep random
AF,
matter.
AFK
Oh yeah,
can
Raz
still
went
hear.
AFK. So
Yeah,
Galgrim, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, but that was after the melting comment. That was a while ago.
It
Yeah,
was
What's Galgrim rolling for?
A
a D6. Just drag it. Hey. Nice.
All right, so you went out one direction. You started going clockwise, and as you started out saying at 12 o'clock. By the time you get to about 8 o'clock, you see off in the distance a little bit farther away, but on the edge of your dark vision, you see a wrecked ship. Let me pull them
Probably
up.
the wrong one.
Okinawa.
Okinawa.
Kruger, you hear a tiny sea shanty being sung behind you as you're dragging me along.
I cut the rope.
Spit out to
Thank you.
nothing.
Start singing the Ukatoa shanty.
Uh-huh.
Let me bring people over. When you get over here, don't move if you can. All right, everyone on the map? Oh, Galgrim's not, but I'll put him
Nothing
on
came up
there,
for
but
me.
he's
I'm not.
not actually there.
I don't see
I'm
him.
not.
I didn't see a map, and I'm clicking token, and nothing's coming up.
Same.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Double click your token to
Oh.
open it.
I did.
We did.
Now I have map of blackness. I see people.
Basically, you see you're not quite this close, but you see like some large rocks. It looks like what might be a wreckage of a boat between them, and that what you see in front of you there is like a giant mast.
Juicy.
You know we're underwater. You could probably pick that up, Kruger.
Yes.
Don't encourage him.
It's basically a
Kruger's
giant bow staff.
There you go. Get some water effects.
Ooh.
Is the map kind of
Good,
waving
please.
for you?
It's
Yeah.
undulating.
Yeah.
It's disorienting when you like drag the map around. Though.
It is. I know. That's why I didn't have it turned on. I turned it back off. So what's the plan, Stan? Can you guys see the boat from there?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because someone said they couldn't see, but
Well, at first it was blackness, but then you did whatever you did. So
You cast magic missile on it, obviously.
obviously, duh. That's what you do with the darkness.
should we signal Galgrim to come over?
I will concentrate, and I realize I am too far away
What's the
because the
range?
range is probably like 100, I would guess.
No, I don't. I think it's longer than farther than that.
I try to say we need you type of motion to Nanool.
I thought it was a mile.
It can communicate empathically as long as it's within 1 mile of you, sharing emotions.
Yep.
It doesn't understand speaking languages normally, but it can gain speech from familiar ability. Gets that for free. So come, need you.
Okay. Then Noel gets up.
Bring the dwarf, but I can't say that.
You can't say that, no.
Feel short.
He pokes the dwarf and starts swimming off. Swims about 10 feet, stops, looks back, and sees the dwarf is following him.
This episode of Dwarf Wrangling.
Are you following him, dwarf?
Apparently. You said I'm following him.
No, he looks to see if you're following him.
Oh. I guess if he's looking back to see, I'm assuming
He
that...
motions.
Okay, then I'll start following him at like 2 miles an hour.
Well, he's not the fastest person swimming either. Although down here with the amphibious, he has what, a 20 speed?
25.
Then I've got, what,
Okay.
like 5 speed right now?
Got like a 10. So he heads off, stops, waits, tapping his foot for you to catch up and so forth. Are you guys, the rest of the party, are you guys waiting for them to catch up, or are you heading in?
I'll start
Smart
going
thing would be
in.
the smart thing would be to wait, but we never do the smart things.
I mean, there
That is
doesn't
true.
appear to be like any immediate danger, correct?
Nope. From what you can see, the ship looks like it's in pretty good shape too. It's not like covered in seaweed or nothing. So, if this, I mean, it looks like it's a fairly new wreck. You don't know exactly how long, but
Germans must have got it.
Can I do a
Yes,
nature
yeah.
check to see how long the growth's been?
when you get there. So, you guys waiting for Galgrim and Nanool, or are you heading out?
I'm no druid. I would imagine something's probably living in there at the moment. I mean, look at it. Prime real estate.
So you're saying send the druid in first. Got it.
Nothing I can't handle.
Megalodon. It is the boat.
Aquatic
Just a
dragon.
mimic.
Done.
Just a
I
big
took
mimic.
speak with animals
It's a
specifically, so if we run into something living in the boat, we can talk to it instead of fighting it.
What with that -1 charisma?
Yeah, it's a small crab, Glizzik. Only about 10 foot diameter.
Yep, just a small crab. Everything is crab. It all comes back to
So,
crab.
of the 5 of you that are out by the boat, who's staying and waiting for the others, and who's going in?
I don't want to wait for this Dante.
I'll start heading in.
The boys are back in town.
I just was trying to communicate, hey, we found it and it's this way, you know?
Zakara and Raz?
Loosely, how far away from the anchor were we? The net?
At least 300.
About 300 feet.
So it's going to be like what, 30 rounds.
Yeah, take them like 10 rounds. 30 feet around, right?
Yep.
For the dwarf, we just said he moves 10, I thought.
Well, that's per action, I assume.
It is per action.
I think he's actually faster than the familiar if he just sprints.
Nope.
Does the familiar have 2 actions?
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the actions. But on one action, the familiar is twice as fast.
Yeah, I'll go along with Kruga because it's not going to take the dwarf that long to get here because we've mostly been going in a circle but haven't been getting too far away from him.
And he can
Okay.
also turn into a shark.
Yeah, he can get
Zakara?
here a lot faster than we could.
Yeah, I'll go. I don't really want to wait by myself.
Okay. All right, you guys all start heading in while no one's waiting for them to catch up.
Well, I mean, 300 feet, they go 30 feet around.
Roughly.
Dwarf should get. Yeah, Galgrim should get here first, shortly followed by the familiar. He'll be fine.
All right.
So 10 rounds is like,
A minute.
so it
Yeah.
doesn't take very long.
Plus, it'll take us about that long to even get to the damn ship. He'll at least be on the map.
All right. We unlock movement. It is unlocked. Why wasn't it moving?
Not if she's related to a tiger at any point, Valis. They like water.
I don't believe you.
Why the hell
So if
can't
she's
I
like-
move Kruga?
Only counts if she has actual chunk of tiger in there, not that 1/16 stuff.
Interesting.
Look at me just taking off.
Kruga is unmoving.
Kira!
Because Kruga has Raz targeted. That's why.
Huh?
That's what the issue was.
Huh?
Okay.
Still, I've been targeted from our punching session.
Deal with it.
I'm moving
Can't move
towards the
people
dark.
when you're moving yourselves. You shouldn't be dark for you, right?
It is.
Don't you have dark vision?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And it's still dark?
Yeah.
My light isn't lighting.
Your light
I
is
see it.
Zakara has a torch.
Yeah, I see Zakara's. I
Hey,
don't
Matt,
see
look,
Valis'.
That's Zakara's.
She's pulling some freaking SpongeBob shit over there.
Eh.
Throws paper into the campfire.
Unequip your torch, Zakara.
I'm looking for it.
It's in your hand.
And Valis, you don't have a light spell on you. Did you target yourself when you cast it?
Yeah.
Do it again then.
You're good, Zakar.
It's just like a
I
new
give
token.
me
Newness.
light.
There it is.
Hey,
Maybe it was just on the old tokens.
Yeah, probably.
I still can't see anything though.
Alright,
even with his light? It's right
Oh, I can
next to
see
you.
the light. I can see the light, but I have dark vision. I meant outside of it.
Well, there's a lot to see outside of that. So.
You have dark vision on you.
Damn faulty
Lily's-
prototypes.
The dim light is probably about 1/12 of the map, just in relation size wise.
I mean, if I unselect myself, I see the whole map. You know, like.
Okay, cool.
But
I don't know. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Can you see without the torch, Zakara?
Yep.
Okay.
dark
I'll have to
vision
look and
favoritism.
see. Well, I'll have to see because it's probably whatever. It's probably when I coded that potion, I probably didn't code it right. It probably says dark vision, but it may not actually gave it to you. Let me make a note on that. All right. By the time you guys get here, Galgrim's coming up onto the map there. The only reason you know which way you're heading, Galgrim's, because even though you can't really see them as well, you can see the light.
Yeah.
The light stands out much farther than normal. You guys come up to the edge of the side of the boat there. Boat looks like it's in fine shape.
No fucky wuckies along the hull.
Specifics.
Nope. It looks pretty intact. Other than like the mast laying down there with some rigging still attached. What are you guys doing? You can swim up on top onto the deck if you wanted to.
What was the name of the ship? The Escape?
The Escape. The Escape.
They spelled it funny on the ship. It just says the Escape.
That's weird. I see it says the Pina Colada song.
Its name of it is Ball Eater.
The Ball Eater.
That table was a collection of adults. And Laura Bailey.
Are there portholes or gun holes on the sides of it at all for us to enter to as well as the top?
There are no portholes. I mean, you see a few, but they are not open. But there are no like gun holes. Remember, guns like that. I mean, guns are fairly rare. In fact, you've never seen a gun like cannons. So.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying you've never seen them.
They're barnacles.
Soon.
You don't really see any on the ship, no.
Really, no barnacles? Damn.
I mean, on the bottom, yes.
Okay.
Hey, make sure to
But, like,
untie
on the
myself
sides and
from
top,
Blizzard.
no. Okay. You free yourself from your dead weight.
And I will.
Dead meat, dead weight, whatever.
And I will swim up to the deck of the ship.
I'm gonna scrape me some barnacles as I follow up.
Alright. It's not hard to swim up there.
So where's the entrances to the other side of the ship? Obviously, there's the big like area to my southwest, but are there like doors that go down? I'm assuming somewhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this map that I'm using has no doors on the entire map.
That's fine. I'm just wondering where like the entrances, like someone normally on a ship that's not underwater would use.
Correct. There are some. There are doors there. You also see the cargo area, like the cargo hatch there, the hatched area with like a lattice that is partially open. The deck of the ship is pretty clean. You don't see really anything on it. I mean, there is some damage. You can see like to the north here, there's a little hole there and so forth, but
Yeah, I'd want to find one of like the doors and go up to it and like try and enter from there. That's typically
Okay.
a bit more contained thing than just dropping down into a hole, essentially.
What?
All right. I come over here. It takes you a little bit of strength to open the door against the water pressure, but you do, and you go down the steps.
Pressure is equal on both sides. It's fine.
Only if there's water on the other side.
There's
But
about
that
to
should
be
be
if there's
easy.
not.
I'll follow.
As we all go whoosh from the pressure going into the open air.
Whee!
Suck. It's not a slide.
All right, Kruger, your first one downstairs.
What? This is what they want us to take?
Huh.
We got nothing.
I don't think this is what they want us to take. But this is that staff he was talking about, right? Just the whole thing.
No.
That's me in.
Is that a mini? Is that a mini that's been like picturized?
No.
Hmm.
You going with them, Galgrim, or
Yeah, I mean, eventually, I'm still behind them, right?
you're catching up as they're kind of doing stuff.
I mean, yeah, if I see the water, if I'll go in there if I see it.
All right, you all should be down in the cargo hold. You kind of catch up to him here, Galgrim, as they're all staring in the cargo hold at this giant granite statue.
Granite. They should be using marble. It's worth more.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
Granite
white
has more hit
granite.
points.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
actually
You can't
I'm not
tell the
defending
color or
anything.
nothing until Valis
It's
comes
a-
down there with his shiny light, and then you can tell it's made of some sort of white stone. You're pretty sure it's
actually
granite, Galgrim.
the wizard's name is
Do you,
Granite.
want me to roll for that, Zargan?
No.
Do it.
I mean, it is lashed to the deck, so obviously this is cargo.
Is there any sort of engraving or what's it called?
Writing?
Plaque, like a plaque on it anywhere?
Nope.
A plinth.
Zargan, there's a
Just
thing that says A to the
Just a
southeast of
dude.
me.
Yes, I know.
Okay, I just wanted to make
That's-
sure.
That's a door.
I cast Detect Magic.
There is a faint glow coming from the statue.
Ooh.
What do you get with your detect magic?
Excited.
Depends on what your level is.
I actually looked into this the other day.
Because your cantrips are 4th level now, right?
I believe
Half your level,
so.
I think. Yeah.
So pinpoint the source of the highest level magic. Blah blah blah. You also get to school magic at 3rd. Yep. So it's not super powerful magic. Probably equal to most of the items you see on your friends here. It is abjuration though.
I'll let everyone know.
It's got an auto pigeon shit cleaning feature.
Yeah,
That's what makes it so valuable. It's self-cleaning.
if a pigeon shits on it, shoots the lightning bolt at it.
It just shoots the pigeon.
Specifically, nothing else, just pigeons.
Anti-pigeon system.
I see kind
Instead
of
of
something
missiles,
back.
it shoots pigeons.
That general. Oh, that's not how you ping. I have to remember how to do things.
If you're talking to the left, that'd be the front of the ship or the fore.
Right.
And then
I
to
see
your
some stuff
to the
back
right
there, though.
is also that would be the aft.
The ass.
So what exactly are we supposed to be bringing back?
Cargo.
It's like crates of cargoes. Well, my first thought was, I hope they don't mean the statue. I don't even know if their neck's gonna hold that bad boy.
Kruger, this is the main cargo hold. The only thing in here is that statue.
It's the test.
There's a switch on the back somewhere to turn this thing on. It's a construct and walk out of here of its own power and climb up that rope. That's the easy button I'm hitting.
Well, perhaps we should investigate the rest of the ship.
This is where cargo's normally held.
Well, if it's a smuggler ship, wouldn't they put it in a smuggling compartment or something?
They
Depends
did
on
seem
if they were
pretty.
smuggling.
I see a crate further.
They did seem pretty intent on not telling us we needed to know what was in the cargo.
That was also before you accepted the mission, and no one asked afterwards.
I see a crate to the west.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, that front area I was asking Zargan about.
Would the deck carry this giant fucking thing?
The deck?
Or the net carry this big statue?
Possibly. You don't know how strong their pulley system is up there, but I mean it's designed to move like cargo. Being in the water, it might.
Does the statue look familiar at all, like historically or religious?
It's kind of what I was asking for a plaque.
There's definitely no plaque.
Is it a dude?
You can make
Is it like
me
Mordecai?
a
Is it Mordecai?
society roll.
Is this a recall knowledge?
Yes.
I also have dubious knowledge.
Anyone who wants to try to reckon if they see familiarity in this statue, roll me a society.
Yeah.
We live in a society.
Phallus is a fucking cheater.
Yeah.
That's 2 natural 20 societies tonight. Did it not roll in the thing again? I'm throwing
Nope.
it in the box. I'm just gonna drop it.
Like it's hot
You did it.
Can I roll lore mining to learn maybe where this came from?
for the rock.
A rock.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you want to
I'm
try to
serious.
tell what kind of rock and maybe where it's from.
He's a dwarf. It's rock
Yeah, like what
stone.
geographic area and stuff like that.
Sure.
I mean, I also see where he's going with it. You can also tell a lot by the artistic design of who maybe did it. If it was
Also, I have a
thwarted,
plus 11 in that and a plus 1 in the society. So
All right, who did not roll?
I didn't roll.
Okay, you don't want to?
No. There's some fucking nerd in a robe holding a stick. I don't care.
All right.
Rude.
You wear armor. You don't wear a robe. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
anything's under the armor.
No,
God, what I hope is
sir.
under the armor.
no.
Just a jock strap.
Just didn't wear
All
nothing but a Speedo underneath your full plate.
We got 2 successes here, 2 people. First person is Galgrim. You don't know who this is, but from what you were after, this is definitely a white granite, which is fairly rare. The only place you know in the area that they could really mine this would have been down by the Griffin Mountains.
See, pigeon shit.
So if you pull up the regional map,
That's
it's
so
to the
far away.
southeast.
okay.
And Valis.
Only a
You-
success. Goddamn.
Got a success.
Only a
And
success.
let me see.
It's your father.
No. Wait a
Prepare
minute.
to die.
I'm going to pull up the correct category here. Look at everyone's skills. Here we go. All right. Zakara and Galgrim. You notice when Valis looks at this, he seems to recognize it and gets this like strange look on his face. No one else notices that. But Valis, you look at this, you kind of give it a glance, oh, you have no clue. But then you look at it again, and while the outfit and all that doesn't really do anything for you, that face, that's the face of the guy who's been in your dreams in the apparition. You kind of notice that, you kind of stare at it and kind of go numb for a moment.
His magic was so great, he turned himself into a statue.
He just wants to be part of your world.
Ha.
He's just chilling on the ocean floor.
Things are better under the sea.
He's only been here for a little while though.
He was looking for mermaid tail. Couldn't find any, so he turned himself into a rock.
So that's what you guys know from the statue.
Is this a barrel in front of me, Zargan?
Looks like a
No.
mast.
It's a mast.
It's massive.
Ha.
Fuck you.
No, Raz, don't leave me. We're going towards our body. There's a crate.
Are we, though?
Yeah, you first. Dealing with all the hit points.
What are you talking about?
You get that heavy leather armor. Come on, get out there, buddy.
I'm not wearing any armor right now. Your AC is probably better than mine.
You should see 4 letter A's, right, Kruger?
Yes, I do.
Yep, those are doors.
By my hit points and your AC, we might make a real character.
Just have to tie us together with this rope. Maybe we had a
Gnome,
trench coat.
goblin in a trench coat.
By our powers combined.
Valis, do you recognize the statue?
Yes, oddly enough. I'm trying to word this so I don't sound like a crackhead.
Hey, Zargan.
Good luck. Yeah.
I gotta run.
Okay.
Cool. Have a good night.
See you, man.
Later.
But
Good night, sweet princess.
Oh, see, there's a crate. I told you.
I've seen this guy in my vision. From the vision.
Hey guys, we're working with a crackhead.
I'm a wizard. It's on the card.
For those up front in the aft section, looks like some pews and looks like maybe an altar. But this room is empty as well.
There's no like symbology or anything. No dedicated.
Nope.
Symbolism.
No like
symbol-
knocked
Word
vases or
symbolism.
Study of
candlesticks.
the
Nothing.
symbols.
Nope.
What about the crate?
There is a crate there.
What's in the crate?
You opening the
What's
crate?
in the
Is it like closed and like
It is closed.
secured?
Yes.
Well, I know when I'm beat. Closed, secured box.
It's a pit. We're done.
It's a pitfall trap. We're fucked.
Does it look like there's any way to move this altar?
No, it is secured to the deck.
I would like to try and move the altar.
I would like to test how secured it is.
Is it the same
Roll
looking
athletics.
stone that we saw in the statue?
No, it is wood.
Can I use a crowbar? Because I have one in my
You
bag.
can.
I feel like the crowbar just gives me a not penalty.
Yes.
Okay.
Just by glancing around, seeing the damage from the inside and whatnot, does it look like this thing crashed, like, sunk violently? Or was it like a slow, leisurely sink that
The
kind of
damage you see, like to the north of you there, looks
Yeah.
like was caused when it settled down and hit those rocks.
doesn't look like it was just like crashed into them at high sinking speeds violently?
No.
It just more like
Nope.
gave the weight of the ship was just too much on itself.
Correct.
Pinpoint.
And as you're doing that, and as Valis and Zakaris talk in the other room, you guys hear a big crack as Kruger breaks half of the altar area off.
It was like the one we found it.
Well, whatever god that was devoted to, you're getting a minor bane from.
everything okay over there?
Totally didn't hear that. You're
Oh,
too
that's
far
great.
away.
They're way too far away, I think.
Forgot
Is-
about this.
Do you want to see what they broke?
Is there anything like underneath of it?
Sure.
Just a hole in the deck.
Is there anything hiding in the bottom of the altar?
No.
Okay. My job here is done.
Wow.
Maybe check the crate here. I feel like that some things may have got jostled when this thing came down. Maybe this is one of the ones we're looking for.
Will
Also-
it void our agreement?
Were we supposed to not open anything? Or was that just because we hadn't taken the mission yet? I don't remember if that was discussed while I was having to freaking clean up the shit my dog spilled.
We weren't told what it was before we agreed to do it, and then nobody bothered to ask what we were after we agreed to do it. And the only really thing he said was, if you find this shiny staff thing down there with the symbol of the guild, we're supposed to bring that back. Well, how are we going to know if the little symbol of the guild thing is not packed in this crate if we don't open it, right?
Wasn't that
Have
supposed to
logic.
be a bonus as
Yeah.
opposed to the actual job?
Yes, but he made it seem like the bonus would be worth much more than the actual job, because it was like, hey, bring it to the leader of the Cove.
I don't know. The job's worth 450 gold.
I mean, if we bring them back the whole crate and they don't need it, then we brought them back a crate. Doesn't hurt. If you don't want to open it and have a look, that's fine too.
Yeah, either way, it's just more stuff to haul. Either way, before we start taking anything back, I do think we need to check out the whole boat. So nothing that might have crept in here creeps up on us, you know? So right now we're looking at what? The statue?
Like giant crabs.
Like a giant crab?
Or
But everything's crab, so it's fine.
bear crab.
Everything
Everything's
returned to
boinga.
crab.
I'll pick up
Evolving
the box and kind of put it over by the statue as we're like
Okay.
heading back the other way.
Yep.
The other question is you had a good point, Kruger. Maybe some stuff got jostled and moved around a little bit. There might be boxes along the cliff here that may have dropped, which is why we didn't see a lot of stuff in the cargo hold. Maybe we should look to the north side of the boat here, where it's kind of like, cavey tunnely. There might be stuff just sitting there.
Just so you know, Kruger, that does not look like a cargo box, more of like a footlocker box.
Oh, so like somebody's stuff is in there?
Maybe.
If that's the case,
Or it could be a smuggling compartment.
because they were
I
talking.
mean, you're the
Okay.
only one really with ship experience, so.
Because crates and foot lockers are exclusive to ships.
I'm more of a receiver. You're in shipping.
If it doesn't look like a cargo container, then like I'll open it.
Aren't
Okay.
all boxes considered cargo in some capacity?
It is empty.
We did it.
Great. It had seawater in it. That's what they were transferring.
Nope, it was completely empty. It's a vacuum.
It
Maybe
eats
worth
the
taking-
ocean.
I do believe it would be worth taking a peek outside once we've finished up in here, as it seems the boat came to rest on these rocks and eventually gave out. Who knows what could have spilled out, but
For a little bit of sake of brevity here, you guys spend about 20 minutes searching the boat and around the outside. You do find a little bit of like loose wood and stuff outside. You do find some other boxes and crates and barrels in these rooms back here. But most of that stuff is like food stuff, minor like a little bit of clothing stuff like for crew members. Nothing that really would be considered cargo other than this giant ass statue. And nothing of any value, including there's no staff.
That was checking the
trying-
entire boat?
What was that?
You said that was checking the entire boat?
Yes. I would like each of you to roll me a perception for while you're checking.
I was going to also say I wanted to try and see if the statue maybe comes apart in pieces or if it's just one complete block.
I'm gonna.
It looks like one block.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay. Spend your point of hero-ness.
I'm trying. It's saying double click to spend/use.
Double click
Oh,
the
on the
number.
box. Gotcha.
Hero point is
And then re-roll. Good
Didn't do
job,
any better,
you got
but I
worse.
figured I'd throw it at the wall.
Oh, we're near the end of the session, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Close.
I figure I have 2 points.
Might as well.
It's the only reason I used it. I was like, fuck it.
Time for another nat one.
That's what I did earlier.
Release the power of the dumpster fire.
Excellent.
You got better.
Improved my
bad as
score by
before.
50%.
Up 5.
Anyone else spending hero points to confuse me in all the rolls? Alright, Raz used one and got worse.
Mm-hmm.
Valis kept his. Kruger used one and got, well, a little bit better. Glizik used one and got better. Okay. Valis and Glizik
Quick.
and Zakara.
I don't see my first roll now. I just see my hero point. I thought I got a 4. That's why I rolled it again. I guess that was Kruger's roll.
So you could roll again.
Right? I'm not crazy. You don't see a first roll for me other than me spending the hero point.
No, you're right, I don't.
Screw it. I got a chance.
Well, if you roll worse than that 21, then you keep whatever you roll, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Huzzah.
go. You still succeed. So Zakara, Valis, and Glizik. You guys notice you guys are going through this ship, room by room, looking, don't really find anything of value, anything that you would consider cargo other than that statue. If you didn't know better, and maybe you don't, the ship looks like it's been picked over already.
Maybe they sent us out here just so that we can go back and be like, oh, we weren't able to do it. And they're like, well, now you got to work off that debt, so we'll send you in another mission. And you owe us for the ride out and stuff. And they're just
If
trying
they
to
do that shit, we're pirating their fucking ship.
They probably took everything they could carry already.
And the top of the staff here probably has a spot where whatever thing that they were trying to get us to bring back as the bonus item would fit into. I'm guessing because there's like a
Doesn't
little
look like it,
indention.
no. Nope.
Can I try to identify the magic on the statue?
It's just abjuration.
No, more like an actual identify.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll your Arcana. And take your 10 minutes.
I'm trying to figure out how to.
Fuck you, I'm hero playing.
I think I'm gonna roll that 1.
I was expecting it.
You spent while there goes into the ship and that you spend some time examining the statue and the magic on it. You're a little bit disappointed. The magic just seems to be protecting the statue from like wear and tear, which makes you wonder how old the statue is. It doesn't like the robes and stuff that he's wearing. Does not seem to be any kind of style you've ever seen of Alice. Not like magic wise, just like the cut and stuff, just like the style of it. So it might be fairly old.
I'm trying to figure out how to talk in this.
What?
They changed stuff around. Let's see.
We can hear you, Bio, if you can hear us.
Kinda. I'm on my phone at the moment trying to go audio only, but they changed some stuff on the mobile, so I'm trying to figure out how to turn off. Trying to find the settings to turn off.
You're going mobile on us? Do you work tonight?
Yeah, I actually need to be there in like 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
So I'm just trying to figure out how to turn on push to talk with the new mobile load.
But you didn't log out.
Oh well, just kick me. What the hell are the options, man? What was wrong with it before? I sound like an old geezer.
It's Microsoft. They made a new version. You have to move everything. That's the only thing that they changed on the new version. They moved all the buttons around so you can't find them. All right,
Okay,
guys.
well,
I think we'll stop it here. Or you guys
I'll just mute
ponder.
myself.
the cargo of this statue, apparently, and what you found.
So Zargan, I have the spell Pet Cache memorized. This is my new familiar, the statue, and I would like to put it in my
Nope.
pocket dimension.
Nope.
For a birth level spell.
Nope.
All right, I got a plan. I got the plan.
I mean, that cargo crane or whatever they have up on the ship might be able to lift this statue out here once you've, unhooked the ropes and that are tying it down to the deck.
I kind of want to bring the big fucking statue back.
Oh yeah, we're bringing this home. If they don't want it, we'll put it for our room place. Yeah, why not?
How big was our ship?
Not that big. That's what I'm worried about.
This will fit on the boat, but it'll not. It might be a little wobbly.
It's gonna be like bringing a deer home on top of your tiny car.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how to turn on the dice sounds?
Dice sounds.
Well, like it used to make sounds when people rolled dice.
They do it like they were in a plastic cup.
So I can hear if I roll dice, but I can't hear if other people do.
Might be if they've turned theirs off.
I blame the update.
I'm gonna
Which
head
one?
out.
There's
to
been
go
like
for-
5. There's been like 5 since we played.
All of them.
There you go. Yeah, I don't see where the sound is on it at all, so.
It did used to have it, you're not crazy, I remember it.
I mean, I hear it on mine, but I don't think I've ever heard it for everyone else's.
Have a good night, guys.
See you, Naughty.
Prince.
All right.